Newcastle Fans TV is sponsored by Manscaped, the global leaders in men's below-the-waist grooming. Manscaped offers precision-engineered tools for your family jewels and is now available in the US of A, Canada, the UK, Australia, New Zealand and in the EU. We have an exclusive offer for our subscribers. Use the code NFTV to get 20% off and free shipping at manscaped.com. Join the movement and the other 2 million men who trust Manscaped. Did you know one bloke every hour, every day is diagnosed with testicular cancer? So this is a reminder to all of the men listening, check yourself before you wreck yourself. Manscaped, in addition to providing the right tools and solutions for safe and easy manscaping, has partnered with the Testicular Cancer Society to spread awareness for men's health and early cancer detection. Together, TCS and Manscaped are committed to raising awareness for the most common form of cancer in men aged between 15 to 35 and giving support for fighters, survivors and families impacted by testicular cancer as part of their We Save Balls initiative. While you're down there cleaning up your sack, why not go ahead and give them a little pretty investigation for lumps, changes in any size or any pain? I think we can all agree it's pretty fun playing with your balls anyway. Hey. Manscaped recommends you check yourself once a month. If you do feel any lumps or any swelling, give your doctor a call. In addition to checking yourself regularly, we want to make sure that your sack is looking fresh and clean with Manscaped Perfect Package 3.0. Inside the Perfect Package, you'll find all the products and liquid formulations that have been developed to turn your bathroom into a saloon for your balls. All liquid formulations use only the best ingredients. Some of these liquid tools do include the Crop Preserver, is an anti-chafing deodorant for your balls. The Crop Reviver, a spray-on ball toner and refreshener. The Perfect Package 3.0 also includes anti-chafing performance boxers that keep your package cool and feeling fresh. Join the Manscaped movement and start taking care of your balls today. Get 20% off and free shipping with the code NFTV at manscaped.com. Always use the right tools for the job. So in the description below, get 20% off, free shipping with our code NFTV over at manscaped.com. That's a whopping 20% off anything and free shipping using the code NFTV at manscaped.com. Your balls will thank you. And let's get back to celebrating 25k.
I've just realised I've done an intro and I've muted myself. But good evening, good evening. It's Carl back, Newcastle Fans TV, with the pre-match build-up for the Sheffield United game. Yes, usually you have Lee, but he is on his way to St James's Park, if not in the ground already, I imagine, with Johnny and Adam. I think all three of them have been on the beverages all afternoon. So I'm really hoping that we could potentially get one of them in from outside the ground at some point. That'd be really cool. But I imagine a lot of you won't be able to get to the game today, so bear with us. Let's have a good crack. I'm really excited for this game because it's the first game with fans back in the stadium, and I'm just interested to see how I feel about watching the game with fans back in the stadium as well. Because I don't know about you guys, it's been very difficult to watch any sort of football with no kind of atmosphere. But I hope everyone's doing well. Who we got in the chat so far? Will, hello, mate. Greetings from Michigan. Come on, Bruce's Black and White Army. Thanks for dropping by, Alan. I hope you're very well, mate. James, enjoy the game, buddy. If you're going to be on the fan reaction, brilliant. If you're still at the ground, that would be fantastic as well. Who do you think will score and what do you think the score will be? I think I'm quite confident about today after having a brief look at the lineup. It's a pretty strong lineup considering it's the second from last game of the season. So I'm quite adamant that we should get a win today. If not, it's a disgrace, really. Who we got? 4-1 Toon. How are the lads? On the beverages, where are we? Oh God, if we win, that would be great entertainment. Definitely, mate. I know they're doing a few videos, so they'll get them uploaded as well. So we've got the usual roundup of videos. You've got myself here with Matt and Brandon, and then we've got Sam doing scoring the players, who might be coming on at halftime as well, I believe. Myself doing the fan reaction with Brandon as well, and then we'll have Lee and Johnny and Adam uploading clips throughout the evening, I believe. Just myself, just for the immediate, mate, and then we've got Matt coming on and Brandon for the watch along as well. Hope you're well, buddy. It does feel great to be back. I wish I was there with you, Thomas. I wish I was there with you. I'm back. It's been a while. It has, mate. Where have you been? I apologise for not getting back to you, Steve. I've not been on Discord as much lately. Black and White Knight, good to have you in. Who the bloody hell is Jebison? Definitely think Willock can score with the Crows behind him. Crowd behind him, I imagine you meant to say. Hi, how are the lads? Let's beat them for revenge. Definitely, we need a result, don't we? Have you seen the Q&A video with Willock and Wilson? I haven't seen that yet, mate. I'll definitely check that out. I will watch this while watching the match in the stadium. Fair play, mate. Fair play. You know, you're more than welcome to jump on at half time, or if you're at the ground, mate. As long as, like, obviously the game won't be in the background per se. As long as you don't get the game on camera, you're more than welcome to jump in at half time. I think Lee might be trying to do the same thing, or Adam and Johnny as well. Willock to score 2, Almiron and Maxi. That would be fantastic. I feel like Almiron needs a bit of a confidence booster tonight, so that would be really, really fantastic if he can get get on the score sheet, or at least get a couple of assists. But if you haven't already, please drop a like on the video. Subscribe if you're new to the channel. Share as far and wide as you can. We've got a huge fan base on here, you know, vasting from Australia to Michigan. We have people over in Thailand, Indonesia, crazy. But yeah, like I said, genuinely, if people, you know, want to pop on for 5-10 minutes at half time whilst you're at the ground, please do. I think it'll be a great atmosphere for the channel as well. But yeah, Steve, again, thank you for the donation, mate. Let's have a quick look at the lineups. We won't go through it in any kind of depth per se. I'll do that with Matt and Brandon. But I'm just going to get our screen share option up on here now. Let's hope I've got nothing that shouldn't be shared. Yes, there we are. So, starting lineup for Newcastle United, if you haven't realised already, it's Martin Dubravka, Jacob Murphy, Emil Kraft, Federico Fernandez, Paul Dummett, Matt Ritchie, John Joe Shelby, Joe Willock, Miggy, Alan Saint-Maximin, and Joe Linton. So forgive me if I'm wrong, but I think that's exactly the same lineup that we went with against Manchester City. And if we can play like, if we can counter-attack anywhere near the way we did against Manchester City, then we should be banging in goals tonight. We should be. What do you guys think in the chat of the lineup? Are you happy with it? Is there anything you would have liked to have seen? I know personally I'd have liked to have seen some youngsters given an opportunity personally. We got VIP Travels from New York, legend. Well, it's nice to see Toons fans back in the church in the hill. Absolutely. If anyone's got any clips and things and they want to get them sent over to us, we'll get them played on the channel 100%. 100%. Whilst we're looking at that one, we'll move over to the Sheffield United one briefly as well. Will says, surprised we aren't giving the youngsters a chance to make a name for themselves. I agree, mate. I really expected a couple of the lads to be starting tonight, or at least be included in the squad, and no one is at all. It's exactly the same lineup as it was, and exactly the same bench, I believe, as it was against Manchester City. But yeah, it is a strong lineup. It is a strong lineup indeed. Colin says, I would have liked to have seen the Longstaff start, and I agree. I would happily have had them in the squad today. Hopefully a win tonight by the Toon. Absolutely. I'd be really annoyed if we don't get a result. I really do. Shelby is the only problem. Yeah. He's a difficult one to defend, isn't he? You know, he's picked up performances as of late, but it's still not good enough in terms of what he's capable of, and also what we expect of him as well. But yeah, it's not. It's the lineup that you kind of expect, bar the likes of Emil Kraft, for example. It's one of the strongest lineups we can have, bar Wilson and you know, someone filling in, maybe Jamal Lascelles for Kraft with Federico. So yeah, let's quickly move over to the Sheffield United one. Let me stop that screen share there, and then what we will do is move over to the fan reaction from the Manchester City game as well. So I'll be entirely honest. I'm not. I'm not completely au fait with a few players in the squad. Jebison for one, I've not heard of him. Obviously Ramsdale in goal. You've got the likes of McGoldrick up top. It's not a very strong squad from Sheffield United, I don't believe, because someone might be able to help me out in terms of whether this is on majority one of are these the players that they usually go with on a week-to-week basis. I haven't followed them that much since we last played them, to be completely honest. I know of the likes of Egan and Bogle, etc., and Norwood, even Fleck, but it doesn't seem like it's anywhere near their strongest squad, and understandable considering they're already down. But I'm not worried. Like I say, I expect us to get a result tonight. Looks like they're going with that kind of 5-3-2 formation. Will they be sitting deep? I don't know. Carl, send Matt the link when you play the clip. I will. I thought he had access, Matt. I do apologise. Can't believe Anderson's left out again. No, I agree. Are we still going to see Shah this season? No, I don't think so. He's not going to be. I can't see him playing in the Fulham game. Can you? I personally can't see him. Jebison has potential from what I've seen. Fair enough. What we do is going to briefly go over to the fan reaction we've got some fan reaction clips from that fantastic game for the neutrals. Not so much us in terms of result in the end, but we did have a go in terms of we were very effective on the counter attack. 4-3 loss to the best team in the world, arguably. But here's what some of the fans thought about that game, and have your opinion in the comments. And when I come back, I will be joined by Matt, and we'll go in and have a look at that lineup and score predictions from ourselves for tonight's game. With fans at the ground, we can watch some football with some atmosphere. As I said, here's a reaction from the fans from last week's game.
It was some entertaining game, I must say, but our defending was so all over the place tonight. It was the way we conceded the goals. I think two of them you've got to be tight on it. Torres, oh yeah, you've got to give them some sort of credit for definitely giving it a go. If we organised the defence better, maybe could have got something out of it. But there's a difference. Man City, they're champions for a reason. They've got quality in their side, and there you go. That's why they've won the game. Unfortunately.
Rumours have had it, Peter, that it was a romantic walk down the beach. So I don't know if you were socially distant or not. I'll leave that one for you and Lee to decide.
Oh God, we got some points in April, but were the performances convincing? I'm sorry about the win. I must say. I mean, Spurs goals in there are presentable. West Ham, okay, went 2-0 up, but then we sat back in the second half, invited them, made it 2-2, and then we just woke up again to get that third goal. Liverpool should have more than one goal. We only capitalise on them not taking their chances in their defence being so open. I don't get why he's deserves manager of the month.
I agree. It's a very spirited performance. There's a lot of effort, energy. I love the drive from some of them because obviously they were having to defend a lot. Man City had 82% possession, so you can see how much work they were having to do off the ball. And you can say, oh, we conceded a lot of goals, but realistically, we always concede loads against Man City anyway. So the fact we've gone forward and scored 3, you can see with the if you just watch the game, you see the graft they're all putting in. They're all fighting for the badge. So yeah, a lot of hard work. Yeah, Ake had a shocker because arguably he's responsible for the first 2 goals because Kraft beat him for the corner. Yeah, I thought there was some very promising displays. Obviously, Willock drawing the foul for the second penalty. Miggy played a wonderful ball in behind for ASM for our first goal. Was it that? Was that that first goal, which I thought goes unnoticed because of what happens after. Willock driving forward again was very impressive.
Yeah, it was nice to see when we get the ball that we weren't going backwards and there was a gamble playing the ball forwards. You've got 2 players sitting up top. The Kraft's ball is a ball that we wouldn't have played before Christmas, I don't think, because we didn't have enough men up top with pace. It was nice to see, like Harry says, I think the onus was on a little bit more positivity in what play. I think I mentioned a few weeks ago, he could have lost the squad back in, was it late January, February with the Richie incident. Richie is clear clearly an important part of that dressing room. So it's very easy for dominoes to fall when one of the big ones are having a problem. I think Carl mentioned a couple of weeks ago as well, and kind of made a bit more my point I was trying to make, that we didn't give him any credit really for a run that we had. We've got to give him a little bit of credit, because one thing I will agree with what he's been saying all along: when I've got my front four fit, we'll be a threat. He has had majority of them fit, and will have been a threat. My worry is when Ryan Fraser's fit, is that going to disrupt things? Because I don't see where he fits in, if I'm honest.
Ooh, I give most of the credit to our players. I don't give a lot of credit to Steve Bruce. We can get into that another time, but I put it on our players, most of the success lately, playing for the badge a bit. It is City. It's easy to give up against a team like that, and we didn't. I don't have to win every game. I just want to see us play every game, and I thought we did that today. And I'll take that. I think I said that I didn't expect a result, but I expected some positive play, and we saw that. And I was entertained. And normally I'm just stressed out and pissed off at Newcastle matches, so I was pretty happy to be entertained today. So I think some of our play against Man City came from them not respecting us too much either by putting out a secondary team. So I think I'm not saying they made it easy for us to score, but I think that they didn't respect us very well. When they wake up and play, we're not going to deal with them. But I do think that we switched off. I don't think we slowed down. I think we continued to occupy space. Our defense is always suspect, but I think it was more mental mistakes than like a heart mistake, than just like, I don't want to be here. And we've seen that this year when they kind of look like they don't want to be on the pitch. Just mental mistakes, and you cannot do that against a club like Man City. I don't think, but even towards the end, I think we were still getting stuck in. So, a team that's lost heart won't get stuck in at the end. So, I don't know. Maybe we were just surprised we were, competing with a team like that. But I think I've said this in the past, that winners win no matter what. If you are a winner, you put people down when it is time to do that. And we're not that kind of club, and have not been for some time.
We're going at half time with, I think, was 2-1.
Well, 2-2 right at the end, wasn't it, with the penalty?
Oh yes, 2-2. We're going 2-2. Then we'll come out and get it. We'll come out and get a penalty, and then we'll go 3-2 up. And then for them to score 4, their third. Sorry, I think we went out of gas. We just totally went out of gas, and then for them to not change it within 60 minutes when you know you've got a game on Wednesday.
Absolutely, mate. If we have given a result like 4-3 before the game, I would absolutely love to take that performance. 4-3, no one would have predicted the 4-3 result before the game, but we did pretty well in this game. Our counter-attacks were precise. Despite having the absolutely less number of possession, we were quite precise with our counter-attacks, and Man City, with all that possession, really struggled to create any clear-cut chances. And I guess most of the Newcastle fans would have been happy with the performance, despite the result going against us.
I'd say defensively, because we let City in way too easily after, I know what was it, we were 1-0 up, and within 5 minutes it was 2-1 City. Then we were 3-2 up, and within probably even less time it was 4-3. So it's harsh to criticise anyone on tonight's performance, but if it was in case where you asked about where we did lose it, it was probably with the defence and letting City back in so quickly and rather easily. Especially I think it was the third goal. It was just really bad defending, and fell to Torres. Just think it was a Willock didn't track his run, but I don't want to be too harsh on them either.
It's going to go back to pretty much echoing what everyone else has said about Joe Willock. I think his energy in the midfield has made a difference. I'll sing his praises like week in, week out. I think he's a really, really good player. Saint-Maximin, again, I think he's a good player on the ball. I think he needs to be protected more there. That's the thing that annoys me, because he does get fouled a lot and he doesn't seem to get the fouls. And it's annoying to watch. But those two today for me were outstanding again. So, and it was all around team performance, really. I mean, any other day, I mean, yeah, Man City were losing, lost a lot of their players. They rested a load of players. Another day they would have spanked us, but it's one of those. I mean, we can't complain about the result too much. It's Man City at the end of the day. And it was an entertaining game. I mean, I didn't expect us to score that many goals against Man City, to be honest. So
you have to say it is a great header, because it's not as if he's just completely unmarked by himself, free header. He's still got to get up there in between the two defenders and direct it in. And, you know, it was a good header. Not much Scott Carson could have done about it. So that's about all you can ask for. You'd have been proud of that if it was a striker that done it. So that's good. I mean, it's kind of funny that, you know, over the last two games, both Paul Dummett and Emil Kraft have now popped up with headers. I think that was Kraft's first ever Premier League goal. So, you know, that's a good thing. But I think when you're playing a team like Man City, like we were, yes, I think we've got to have a slightly better game management in that both times we led. Actually, after we led the first time, to be fair, we did lead for about 15 minutes or so. And then when Man City did eventually score, I mean, all four of Man City's goals came quick fire. They had two quick fire in the first half, two extremely quick fire in the second. Other than, you know, the first one's unlucky with deflection. I actually don't think there's much you can do about the second one. It's just world class. I mean, how are you going to legislate for somebody outrageously backheeling it like that? You know, into the back of the net. You can't possibly defend against that because you don't imagine he's going to do it. His back's to goal. He's got absolutely no business, none, getting a goal for there. So fair play to them for that. But listen, fairly happy with the way things have gone recently and the performance tonight, even though we did lose.
Hello, I apologise. Just had a message from a couple of lads at the ground. I think they're going to try and get on, which will be really good, so we can get some actual atmosphere at the stadium, which will be fantastic. Which other watch-along is going to do that? Let me tell you, none. Let me just bring Matt on. Bear with me 2 seconds. Brother, how are we?
Lovely, thanks, mate. Yourself?
Yeah, not too bad, mate. Not too bad. Let me just get really...
There we go. So you're much clearer now.
I know. So I just had another message off Johnny. They've just waited for the video to finish, so I'm hoping they'll be in with some decent signal. But just briefly touching back on the Manchester City game, mate. Positives to be taken from it. How did you feel about it? And what did you agree with and disagree with from the fan reaction?
Yeah, a couple of lads in the fan reaction making the good point that you know, Bruce made the point earlier in the season that.
Here we are.
Hello, boys. Hello.
Johnny, how are we?
The players have just come out. The players have just come out. 2 seconds.
See if we can get a bit of footage.
There you go. There you go. The players are out.
No, mate. It's what.
Oh, there you go. Oh, I can't even see. There's Lee. There you go, boys.
The signal in the stadium good as ever.
You enjoying yourselves?
I can't hear what you're saying. You're doing a great job. How are the line?
Oh.
Right, there we are. A bit of atmosphere from the ground. There you are. Who's done that? Obviously, signal is always an issue, but yeah, nice to get a bit of atmosphere. Sorry, mate, cutting you off there.
No, while we're on the topic of signal at St James, I remember I was there last day of the season, the Championship, trying to check the bloody Brighton score after the game had finished, just trying to desperately refresh, no signal whatsoever, so it's always poor. So I'd be surprised if we get a clear video from them tonight, but it'd be nice to see them later if they do jump on. But yeah, City game, a couple of lads make the point that Bruce said early in the season, once he gets his front four fit and firing, that would be a dangerous side to come up against. Yeah. And we've scored 7 goals, I think, in the last 2 games. So you can say, I mean, it's a bit too late now to be firing like that. But he's back. He's back.
How's Lee's signal faring? Oh, got the circle of death. We got Thomas in the chat as well. He's there, and like there's a few people that are at the ground watching the watch along, like legends for that.
Good lads, yeah, good lads. Although I hope the game is far more entertaining than us talking about it when you're there. I hope it's not a 0-0 or a 1-0 boring arse affair like the reverse fixture.
No.
But yeah, lots of positives to be taken from the City game. Yes, we lost the game, but the best team in the league, if not the world, at the moment. So credit where credit's due. You know, players grafted, took a couple penalties, which we never do. Played well for those. Joe Linton did well to win his penalty and convert it. It was an emphatic finish, to be fair to him. So hopefully he can kick on today and grab a goal or two. You know, I don't want to jinx it, but if he can hit form before the end of the season, hopefully he'll have a bit more confidence going into pre-season and the start of next season.
Definitely. Frankie, very well. Thank you, mate. Hope you're well yourself. What we got? I'm an Arsenal fan. I'm surprised how Willock is playing for you guys. I'm happy he stayed up. Yeah, Matt has openly said himself, you know, he wasn't overly happy with the Joe Willock sign, and he said himself, you know, he's happy to swallow words. There's nothing you can do when he's been in the form that he has been. But I think a lot of people have the same sort of mindset as I don't want to badge your name here, so I'm not going to attempt to try it. So I do apologise. But I think you'd agree there, Matt, that you were surprised as well.
Yeah, I mean, like you say, when we signed him, just thought that he was probably the bottom of the pile of the Arsenal youth products coming through at that moment in time, and he'd been on the fringes of the first team for a few years, which suggests that, you know, he's not quite cut out to Premier League football. But brought him in. He's come in as a sub. He's happy to come off the bench when Steve Bruce has deployed him in that way, and he's happy to start. He's completely transformed this side. You know, when he's in the squad, we look like a completely different team. I think him and Matt Ritchie in the last few games have been the talismans for this team in converting what was a uninspiring, boring side into an attacking, passionate one. And Joe Willock in the middle of the park is massive in that, you know, his willingness to get on the ball and carry us 20, 30 yards up the pitch. And obviously he's chipping in with his goals, which have bagged us, I think, 7 or 8 points over the course of the season. So it definitely kept us up, not single-handedly, but it's definitely helped. And I'd be very disappointed if we didn't at least try to re-sign him in the summer. Whether that's another loan deal or a permanent one, depends what Arsenal want to do with him.
Definitely, mate. And just before we briefly move over to a quick clip from Steve Bruce and Torres as well, because obviously he run us ragged. Well, he didn't run us ragged, but he finished his chances very, very well. We've got a question here. How do you guys feel about Williams could join the club on a free transfer? How are you feeling about that, mate?
Honestly, I'd be chuffed. I think we do need cover at left back. As much as I love Matt Ritchie and he has transformed us this season, he can't play a full season as a starting left wing back. Jamal Lewis hasn't hit the heights that we know or we hoped he was capable of, and Williams proved that when he was here that he was an incredible player, and I'm sure Brandon will chime in on that when he joins in. But I'd love to see him back, and if we get him on a free, even better. I'm sure that's the kind of signing Steve Bruce will be wanting to make this summer.
Definitely.
So it'd be nice to recruit him in. Yeah,
absolutely. Talking to Steve Bruce, we'll quickly move over to a little clip from his press conference, and we'll be straight back with the lineups and do a little bit of an in-depth analysis on that Sheffield United lineup and the Newcastle one, which is unchanged.
Yeah, I mean, we give it a right good go, but when you play against these defensively, we had to be better than what we were. And although I can't remember my goalkeeper making save after save, just the sloppiness of a couple of goals is the disappointing thing of the whole evening for me. How often do you score 3 against this mob? You know, not very often. So, you know, the disappointing thing is we just got up and we were a bit naive, and we're defending had to be better at times. But look, for the way they went about their work, I was delighted with them, but we weren't quite good enough.
Yeah, it's been an incredible week. We qualified for the Champions League final, then we won the Premier League, and obviously today I scored the hat-trick, but very, very happy. I try to improve day by day and also try to learn from my teammates, from the manager. I scored a hat-trick with the Spanish national team against Germany today as well, so I try to keep ready, keep improving and getting ready for the Champions League final. Yeah, it was.
Cheers, Lee. Yeah, what can we say? Beaten by probably arguably the best team in the world at the minute in Manchester City. Although they didn't have some of the big hitters in the team, we still give them a good game for 65-70 minutes until their class of killing the game management really shone through. You know, fighting for the badge was much more impressive today. You know, we were very aggressive in the press, people getting in their faces. You know, Raheem Sterling didn't really have a touch the entire game. Jacob Murphy defended him really, really well. And what's let us down really is just defensive the defence ball watching, just not concentrating at crucial times. I think if we'd kept, after the Willox, penalty, if we just kept it tight for 5 or 10 minutes, we would have maybe went on to win that game. But we just ball watched straight away. Frustrating that we don't set up like that in most games. Not going to criticise Bruce, but I think there was a lot more freedom there because we didn't need the points. I think that was pretty evident, which is frustrating. But it was an entertaining game. It was a pleasure to watch for 65 minutes. Us getting at them, us showing looking dangerous going forward was good to see. Frailties at the back. I think the defence needs improvement in the summer. Probably all across the back, but a good watch for the neutral anyway. Disappointed we couldn't get at least a point out of the game with a absolutely brilliant team in Man City when they can drop the players they're doing still. That 3 or 4 minute period where we couldn't get close to them. It's just impressive football the way hats off to them. So disappointed we couldn't get there, but I think if we play like that, we'll comfortably beat Sheffield United when we're back. I'm going, can't wait. But yeah, hats off to the lads today for running the socks off, but just that final quality Man City have was just too much for us.
There we are, hearing from Steve Bruce, Torres and Adam. I did forget to throw the Adam clip in, so I just threw it in. Apologies for that. It didn't really, there was no transition, nothing, just went straight over. But yeah, Adam spoke about he expects us to get a result against Sheffield United today, as do I, and I'm sure you do as well, mate. But how do we go about that? Do we play? Do we sit back and be effective on the counter-attack like we did against Manchester City? Because we've arguably, that's a style of play that we've not been happy with for the majority of the season because it's not been executed properly. Would that be fair to say?
I think, yeah, you're right. It hasn't been executed in the way that we've seen Rafa Benitez doing, but we've compared Rafa to Steve Bruce endlessly this season. Today we've got to go out and attack Sheffield United. They're the lowest scoring side in the division. I think if they fail to score in the next couple games, so against us and in the final day of the season, they will be the lowest scoring team in Premier League history. So they're not going to come all guns blazing at us. So we shouldn't really be sitting back and trying to contain them. They've got a young lad up front who, yes, looks very talented and scored on his debut last week. But, he's no massive goal threat. He's no Harry Kane. So we shouldn't really be, yes, we're playing a back 3, back 5, or whatever, but we shouldn't be sat back. We should be going to take this game by the scruff of the neck, get straight in there, ruffle some feathers, get an early goal. And at the end of the day, if not for anything else, it should be for the fans. There's roughly 10,000 fans going to be there today. Give them something to cheer. You don't want to be sitting back for 90 minutes. I was watching, I can't remember what game it was, and it was like, this is the only game that fans have been able to this season. They've not come to see boring, contained football. They've come to see goals. They've come to see entertaining football. And that's exactly how we should approach the game tonight. I think the lineup lends itself towards that, the players that are in there. Obviously, it would be nice to see Callum Wilson get a run out in front of the fans. But, of course, his injury ending his season early, unfortunately. But, we've got to go out and attack the game today because there's goals to be had. One of the worst sides in the division, and we can't be giving them 6 points in a season they're getting relegated in bottom of the league. So,
absolutely. What have we got? Too many runs. Miggy and ASM did without support. They outrun the team and lose out. Expecting a win tonight. Good evening, everyone. Jeremy Redknapp has just asked, he doesn't know why Mike Ashley hasn't sold the club yet. This is how clued up pundits are. Yeah, the less said about that, the better. Are we staying up? Yes, we are, Jordan. 3-0 win. Just out of interest, Geordie Sandcaster, who are you putting on the score sheet? I've seen a comment as well. Matt, I want to ask you, do you guys rate John Joe Shelby? I'll come to you, mate.
That's a tough question. Because in the last couple of games, he's been deployed in a very different role to the one we're used to seeing him in, and he's done really well. He's played very well against City and Leicester, sitting as more of a holding midfielder, breaking up play and distributing when he can, rather than being that main playmaker by everything going through him. Because when in the days of old, when the play would just go through John Joe Shelby, then when he was on an off day, the whole team was on an off day. Mm-hmm. Whereas now we've got more attacking outlets. He doesn't have to be the one that the ball goes through. So it's improved his game as well as the team's. So overall, I wouldn't be sad to see him go in the summer as long as we bring in an adequate replacement. However, if he stayed, I wouldn't be too disappointed or angry at that either. I'd like to see someone brought in obviously Isaac Hayden is my number one midfielder. Joe Willock should be brought in there as well, and potentially somebody else as a more holding midfielder as well. And ideally to replace John Joe Shelby in that starting lineup, because he's getting on a bit, and he's not had many games since his fantastic debut. I think it was against West Ham, which is to this day still the best game I've ever seen him play. So yeah, I'm neither here nor there on him. Wouldn't be sad to see him go. Wouldn't be sad to see him stay either. So I don't know about you, Carl. I don't know how you feel on him.
Yeah, I'm got that way. I was always a huge advocate of John Joe Shelby's, and I'm just like you. I'm starting to feel like, and people have mentioned it recently, that I feel like the game is now passing him by, because I just don't feel he's got the legs for this level anymore, or the pace that the game runs at. He's not that type of player, unfortunately. We can't always rely on that quarterback kind of mindset that he's got, because in all fairness, over the last few weeks, like his passing hasn't been that great anyway, to be honest, which is his strongest asset. So I'm one of them as well. Unfortunately, I'm 50-50 on whether he stays or goes. He's nowhere near the player that I loved back in the day. But just before we bring Brandon in, we've got a quick clip from Sheffield United fan Artie Bianco, who does a lot of artwork as well, which I don't know if anyone's seen some of the stuff he's done for Newcastle. It's absolutely fantastic. If you haven't, go and check his Twitter out. But we've got a clip from him on what he thinks about the game this evening, and then we'll go into the lineups.
This season, it's completely flipped. So it feels a little bit like our best players being injured all season, and for a team and a squad that isn't as big as a lot of the Premier League teams, it's really impacted us. I mean, like we built last season on keeping clean sheets and being really difficult to break down. The back three have virtually not played together all season, and we just haven't had enough in our squad to be able to compete properly. And since Chris Wilder left, it's been a little bit just get the season over. How much will we get fined if we just never play another game? It was really strange, actually, because last night we've got a couple of young lads, and our under-23s have been doing really well. We've got a few young lads in the squad that the fan base have been absolutely crying out for to get into the first team, and I don't know whether they've been a little bit of they've been wanting to protect them a little bit. We've been playing really bad, but. He started a young lad called Daniel Jebison last night, and within 7 minutes, he bagged his first goal. He's only 17 years old. So, and it just seemed like the whole performance last night was positive. So, although I wanted the season to end, and we're not really playing for anything, I'm actually looking forward to the last few games. There is a thing going round that. The only reason we played well last night was because we're trying to charge £40 per ticket for our last game of the season. So it's a marketing thing just to get people in the stadium. But no, I think Wednesday will be there's positivity around the play. Not a lot, but the positivity's starting to come back, and there's a few rumours about new coming in. So. Ultimately, I'd just like the season to be over, but we've still got 2 games to play, and maybe we'll be able to get a few more points, so we're not in that picture that comes up about the worst Premier League teams in history. So I'm going to go with 2 predictions. It'll either be very similar to last year, and you'll beat us 2-3-0, or if we can get a first goal, I think we might be able to hold out a little bit. So I'd probably say, as I say, easy 2 or 3-0 to you, or a hard-fought 1-0 for us.
There we are. What do you think about Artie's prediction there, Matt?
I think it could go either way. He's absolutely right. If it's anything like the reverse fixture this season, it's going to be very frustrating for us. Obviously, Fraser getting sent off in that, and then one of the most ridiculous VAR decisions well, I say one of the most ridiculous VARs. There's a ridiculous VAR decision every week now. But the handball on Federico Fernandez, which ended up being, I think, the only goal in the game, that penalty. But it could be a low scoring game. It depends how we approach the game. I think we control the result today. I don't think any Sheffield United are going to have any say on how the game goes. If we're on our game, then we absolutely batter them. If we're not, then it could be a ball draw, or they could nick it with a goal. So it's completely down to how the players perform today on our side. I don't think they're going to take the game to us.
Yeah, I agree. I've said that we'll move on to the lineups, but bear me one more minute. We just, because we will. Joe Linton starting again. Probably. Would you have started him today, or would you have liked to have seen Andy Carroll maybe get a kind of final hurrah in front of the fans today?
I think it's the right decision to start Joe Linton, because Andy Carroll's probably going to come on for the last 10 minutes. If he is going to go at the end of the season, I think it'd be harsh of Steve Bruce not to give him that send off. Joe Linton is going to be here next season. Well, unless something goes drastically wrong in the summer and we get rid. He's going to be here next season, so why not give him a run against the quote-unquote easier teams in the league? Build his confidence, hopefully get a goal or two, because he's not going to do his confidence any good if he scored last week and then you bench him for the next game. So I think it's the right decision from Bruce today. So yeah,
fair enough. Here's what Johnny and Lee think about Joe Linton, and then I promise we'll go into the lineups. We'll literally bring Brandon in straight after.
I'll tell you what, Joe Linton, wouldn't it be great if you could just end the season with a couple of these are 2 games, perfect opportunity, and go and grab another couple of goals.
6 goals already for Joe Linton this season, so could he get 10 goals? Is that unrealistic?
Yeah, that's unrealistic.
4 goals, you never know.
That's unrealistic.
He might score a hat against Sheffield United.
2, Johnny's the max. 2. We'll take 2. But I tell you what, just on him, that was very brave, because we all thought Matt Ritchie's going to come up and take the penalty. But credit him, then you thought it'll be John Joe second, but Joe Linton thought, I'm going to man up and take the penalty. What a penalty it was the other day against Man City. Unreal.
Never in doubt, was it?
Best penalty I've seen this season.
Yeah.
That's saying something. It genuinely is the best penalty I've seen. Side net and top corner. What can the goalkeeper do?
Exactly. Even 54-year-old Scott Carson, as Mr. Mullen said on the watch along, couldn't get anywhere near it. But finally, Lee, I'm going to go back to it. The fans are back, and about time as well. Hopefully, 10,000 against Sheffield United. First game of the season in the Premier League. We thought it might be in Championship, but in the Premier League, it might be 50-odd thousand. And you're going to be doing a vlog on
Yes,
Wednesday,
where online videos are still continuing. We're still going to have Carl, Matt, Brandon's back from his hundreds of trips to 8 countries, and Sam, so they're going to have the watch along, scoring the players, and fan reaction live. That gives us enough time to get Johnny's reaction out, the vlog out, the last word, and also we'll do a video on just on what was it like, the atmosphere and stuff like that. So so you'll, even people who aren't at the game, Johnny, will get a good sense, because the crowd noise will be turned off for the first time this season, and you'll hear us in the ground, see you'll get a good vibe. But if you want a real good vibe and what went on, listen to our videos after the online ones.
Exactly. So there's going to be 10,000 Newcastle fans, proper Newcastle fans. No, we're joking. Everybody's a Newcastle fan. Doesn't matter if you're Jay in Atlanta or Mr. Mulner from Stafford. You're definitely a Newcastle fan. But from me and Lee, we'll be at the game on Wednesday. Hope to see you there too.
Jay in Atlanta getting a mention. Go on then, son.
Big ups, Jay.
Let's bring in the I think I'm just going to call him the European superstar. I don't really know where he resides anymore, so I'm just going to bring him in. Brandon, let me just remove this banner a second, because that's right in Matt's face.
I just peek above the wall like I'm creeping it.
We'll get the lineups up. Brandon, how are we, mate? You good?
Pretty good. Missed you guys.
Yeah, missed you too, mate. Missed you too. When did you get back?
Last Sunday.
Yeah.
So,
do you want to give people in the chat a brief rundown of what you've been doing over the last few days?
Just been in Slovakia. Stayed one day in Czech Republic. Just being with my girlfriend's family, basically. Doing some trips to the mountains and all sort of that, and then head home for a 19-hour trip back home. So yeah,
very busy, very busy.
I just made a small vlog for the members, but haven't been filming much.
Fair enough, mate. I need to check that vlog out as well. I saw that, so I want to check that out myself. Just looking at that lineup, Brandon, how do you feel about the lineup this evening against Sheffield United? Is there anything that you would have liked to have seen different, or?
No, you could make a case for starting some youngings, but this lineup seems to work pretty much for us lately. So I understand why Bruce sticks with it. We had good results with this team, so always weird to see Kraft in though. But Price, he keeps dropping. Jesus.
I know. What have you going for in terms of score predictions right now? Looking at that lineup, Brandon.
I haven't even really have a thought about that, but I think 3-0.
Yeah.
Shit for Dubravka. Yeah.
And who would you put on the score sheet?
I would like to see Joelinton score at least one again. Just give him a vibe because we've been harsh on him, and going to the end of the season, not the player that we expected, but at least maybe he can pick up some form, taking that to the next season. Because I think he will probably stay with us. Probably Joelinton.
Fair enough.
You're right.
Pardon?
I think that's fair to.
Yeah, absolutely.
Season.
This time we're playing a back five with 2 DMs protecting the back five. Yeah, that is very true. So literally playing with almost a flat back 7. Who's stand out for you there, Matt? Is it Joe Willock again?
I think it's got to be. He's got to be the one that pulls the strings today. Although could be Saint-Maximin in front of the fans. I think he'll want to put on a show for everyone. So whether that's showboating or actually driving towards the goal with the ball, I'd like to see him, because he's kind of faded in the background in the last couple of games, which has been a good thing. We've talked about it on the streams. We said it's nice for him to take a back seat and let everyone else shine. But I think today would be a good chance for him to really run at some players, especially the back line that Sheffield United that we'll see in a second. He should have a field day, really, because he's just going to get kicked about because they won't be able to handle his pace today. So he could really steal the show today, hopefully.
Definitely. Just briefly on Alan Saint-Maximin, mate, there's been a lot of people taking maybe his comments out of context that he's made and talking about ambition and things like that, and almost cementing that he might be leaving the club in the summer. What do you personally make of those comments?
I saw a couple of
sensationalist journalism.
Yeah, I mean, they've got, I know a lot of journalists I work with, a couple as well, and you've got to take the juiciest parts out of the story, to be honest. And he's not. I think what he said was, Newcastle is better than this. We shouldn't be in a relegation scrap. We should be fighting for top 10. And I think people have taken that out of context and gone, oh, he wants to be in a team that's fighting for a top 10, and Newcastle aren't that, so he wants to leave. But I think he generally does want to stay. He seems to genuinely care about the club. And he'll be here for at least one more season. If Bruce stays next season and we're in another relegation scrap next season, then I'd have no qualms with him walking out the door, because he doesn't want to waste his career at a club like that. But I think he'll stay. I think he'll fight. I think he's that kind of player. He's not one to jump ship. And hopefully we can be a top 10 team if we build the team around him and Wilson, ideally Willock, those kind of players, because there is undoubtedly the talent there to break into the top half.
Definitely. Coming over to yourself, Brandon, with regards to Miguel Almiron, he's not been his usual self in terms of he's still energetic, but maybe not as productive as what we know from Miggy. Would you have liked to see maybe Matty Longstaff or Sean Longstaff get the nod today?
Yeah, I do. But on the other hand, Miggy had a good form, but now if he's not on his form, he's like bang average. Yes, his work rate is good, but I don't know. Maybe we have to take a loss on Almiron. Maybe. He's with us for 3 seasons now. How many goals he scored in total? Don't know exactly, but I think we expected more, to be honest. And his work rate is good, but probably Matty Longstaff would be better. But maybe this is the perfect opponent for him to pick up form again.
Fair enough. Ryan thinks that doesn't agree with you in terms of ASM fighting, mate. He thinks he's made a glass and he's planning his route out. I don't disagree. I don't agree with that personally. I don't think. I think he'll want. For me, he's the type of character that will want to fight not only just for that, but he's not made the French squad for the European European Championships either. We've got, like you spoke about, Matt. Weirdly, we've got the World Cup next year as well. He's going to be doing everything he can in his power to try and make that squad. And I don't think he's going to risk not being in a team where he can start week in, week out to show what he's capable of, to try and go into maybe a top 6 club where realistically he might not start. Would I be right in saying that, Matt?
Yeah, I mean, you've got Arsenal's always the one that's linked with French players, isn't it? So, you've got a lot of talented players there. You've got Lacazette, Aubameyang, Martinelli, Saka, just to name it, Smith Rowe, even Willian and Pepe. They're all players that play in similar positions to Saint-Maximin, and you could argue whether they're better or not. But if they were to sign him, a new signing, he's not going to walk straight into that starting 11. He's going to have to stay and earn a place there. So he'll want to, in my eyes, stay at a club here like Newcastle, where he's going to start every week when he's fit and available, and he's going to be one of, if not the star men in that team. So I don't see why he would leave, unless he can't take another season at Bruce, which we'd forgive him for.
Yeah.
But there's talent in this squad. He knows that, and he stated he enjoys playing with these players. You just need a good manager behind him. Leeds are bloody 8th with a League One side, so.
Yeah, no, exactly. Ryan, look, mate, I'm not trying to be an arse or anything like that. You're more than entitled to your opinion, mate. You haven't got to like players because we do, and I understand where you're coming from to a certain extent. I do, absolutely. There are times where I look at him and think, he's bottled that, and there's times where I thought that he'd gone off the pitch and was substituted because of how he felt. But more often than not, he's been a catalyst for us being in games and being able to win games. So that's all it is, just an opinion. Where was I going to go over to then?
I think he's so injury prone because defenders are out for him.
Of course.
Because they want to take him out of the game. So that's probably why you get kicked harder than, for example, John Shelby, for example.
I agree. Coming to yourself, Brandon, before we move over to that Sheffield United lineup, Peter's asked, he's stated that he'd get rid of John Joe Shelby and sign Willock. Is that something that you do? Myself and Matt have had our opinion on John Joe. Would you sell John Joe Shelby if it meant that you could get Joe Willock in?
For sure. Only just if it's just for the wages Shelby's on. That's mental if you know his wages. So yeah, I would make some place for in the squad. Sell Shelby because West Ham is. I'm not sure if they're still interested after this season, but they were interested, right? They wanted to pay 10 million, I think, last season.
Something like that, mate. Something like that. Someone's just put Roma linked with Maximin for £40 million. It's a lot of money, and would I take 40 million for Maximin? Yeah, of course I would. But
where would the 40 million go to?
That's the issue. That's the issue. If there was guarantees that money was going to be invested in the squad properly, then yeah, of course. But we know that doesn't happen.
What you're going to buy at this stage in this transfer market now for 40 million?
And Roma are not a particularly big spending club either. I can't see them putting a bid in for something like that. So I think those rumours may be a little bit false. I can see them being linked with him, just not for that amount. He is worth that, if not more, but not to a club like that. If someone's going to splash out the cash, it's going to be a top 6 side in the UK or a top 3 or 4 side in any of the European leagues, to be honest.
No, I agree. Let's move over to the Sheffield United lineup. I'll just get that shared. Immediately, Matt, anyone there that stands out to you that we should be worried about tonight, or is there anywhere that we can expose?
No one terrifies me. That Jefferson is an unknown factor. So, he scored in his last game, like I said earlier. So it'll be, like I say, he's unknown, so we won't know how to deal with him. I'm not scared of McGoldrick at all. He's slow and rubbish. It's the danger is the wing backs getting behind our wing backs on a counter. Bogle is rapid, and Ender Stevens has a good delivery on him. So if McGoldrick does get an inch of room in the box, then Ender Stevens will put it on a 2 pence piece for him to have a chance. So you got to be careful if we do go attacking in this game, we've got to be careful not to be hit on the counter with those fullbacks, because we know they like to get forward. Apart from that, we should be just looking to exploit the centre backs. So there's not a lot of pace in that back three. So you get even Joe Linton running at him, but especially Saint-Maximin, Willock, and even Almiron, I think, will have a bit more license to roam today. I think he'll get forward and support the attack a bit more than he has been recently. So just run at them, screw the passing round, trying to pass it into the back of the net. Just run at them. And if worst comes to worst, you're going to get a free kick or a penalty or a corner out of it. So, I think we've just got to take the game to Sheffield United today and exploit that back line.
I know you're going to do an in-depth, in-depth analysis on this, mate. So I won't delve into it too deeply. But is there anyone that you would take from that team?
Probably at the moment, just because of the left back, like we mentioned earlier, the left back position, Ender Stevens, if we could get him cheap, because he is getting on a little bit. I think he's 29, but plenty of experience in the Championship, decent experience in the Prem, and he's a good attacking wing back, like I say, with a good delivery on him. So just as temporary cover with a view to either get Blooding Lewis in as a full-time starter in a couple of seasons' time, or getting in a permanent replacement like Willems, like we chatted about earlier. But yeah, there's a couple there, but to be honest, they're quite an old, aging side, Sheffield United. So there's nobody I'd be particularly interested in, with the exception of a couple, like you say. I'll be touching on them in the video I'm going to do in a couple of weeks' time. So there's nothing too much to be scared of today, I don't think. Hopefully, I said that they're going to score in the first minute now, aren't they?
What about yourself, Brandon? Is there and what's your take on that? Is there anyone that you're worried about, or is there anywhere else that you feel that we can expose as well?
Not at all. Like Matt said, it's nobody really stands out, and that's probably the problem of Sheffield United. They have no standout player really who can do something from nothing, create something from nothing. And no, I don't fear anyone from this side. I think we should go full attack and just make it enjoyable for the fans in the stadium.
Why are they not starting Lundstrom? Does anyone know? Is it just resting him, or has he been injured?
I have no idea. I don't keep up to date with their thing. He's not been in the best form this season.
Okay. But
I guess that the formation that they've gone with today, I do like Ben Osborne, actually, I have to say. I think he's a good little player. But their starting 11 there is different to how BBC have put it. They've gone with a front three of McGoldrick, Jefferson and Osborne on BBC. So it'll be interesting to see how they actually line up. I presume it'll be more of like a 5-3-2, like the official graphic shows there.
Yeah,
but
you'd have thought so.
yeah, can't see Osborne playing as a left winger or another striker. So
but just before we get into obviously over to the game, we've got 3 minutes to kick off, or just under 3 minutes. I'm already excited about a game that means nothing, just because the fans are in the ground and we can actually hear some atmosphere. Brewster, Matt, has he not been utilised in terms of the potential that's there? I think you're muted, mate. I can't hear you.
Yeah.
Sorry, mate. I just put my microphone on mute so I could listen to the atmosphere for a second.
That's all right.
So yeah, he's not had lack of chances. He's been in that starting 11. He's been off the bench as a sub. He's had plenty of chances to get involved. I don't think he's actually scored this season. I might be wrong. Just because I saw a graphic going around the other day that Alisson's got more goals than him this season. It could be a case of too much too soon for him. Like we know with Pep Guardiola and Phil Foden, he's kept him around the first team for a couple of years. He's used him here, he's used him there. People were clamouring for him to be starting sooner than he was. But it's turned out to be a masterstroke keeping him out of that starting 11 and bringing him in gradually. So maybe it's a bit too much too soon for Brewster, throwing him in at the deep end, and he's floundering a little bit. So he's still a dangerous player. He's a clinical player. He's one of those ones that give him half a yard, he'll punish you. And he's quick as well. So especially against the likes of Kraft, if he does come on late in game and Kraft's got tired legs, be dangerous in and around the box to see if he gives away a penalty or something like that. I say that every game that Kraft plays because he's prone to that sort of mistake. But yeah, he's had the chances. He's just not good enough, really. It'll be interesting to see if they do keep a hold of him when they go down, because I think it was Derby he was on loan at, or was it No, it was Swansea. Sorry, Swansea. I think it was Swansea, and he scored a few goals for them last season or season before last in the Championship. So, yeah. So we know he's decent enough to be in the Championship. Maybe the Prem's just a bit above his level right now.
Yeah, no, that's fair enough. If you haven't already, we're literally just coming up to the game now. If you could like the video just before kickoff, that'd be fantastic. Really excited about this one. As I said, it's a nothing game, but fans are back. So how can you not be excited about this atmosphere? I'm literally just going to hand the reins over to Matt and Brandon for 30 seconds, just so I can go and get some headphones to plug into my other computer to put under here, so I can actually listen to the game as well. So bear me 2 seconds, lads. All right.
Respect. Yeah, we were talking earlier, Brandon, about Jetro Willems coming back, but he's been linked with a free. We know you're a big fan of his. How much would you want him to see him back at the club in the summer?
Very much so, because he's been awesome for us until he got injured for us. It was such a pity end of a great season, and yeah, I would love to get him back. And on a free, that's amazing. So Mike actually don't have anything to complain about the money. He's on a decent wage, I think, not anything astronomical. So yeah, that we can definitely use him on the left-hand flank as coming forward, getting crosses in. Yeah, and definitely he will be a great asset for Callum Wilson.
Yeah. Do you think that he walks into the starting 11 ahead of Matt Ritchie, or do you think Ritchie still plays the first couple of games before Willems comes in?
I would think so, yeah, because he was already playing instead of Matt Ritchie when he was here. So yeah. I think he will walk in the squad, definitely. Yeah. Maybe you can even make a case for it. If we don't sign any right back, you can maybe think about putting right back Matt Ritchie.
Yeah, it could be, yeah. You know, we know he's Mr. Versatile. He can play in pretty much every position. He's just about to take a corner in the 30-second mark for us. We're up the pitch. A nice run from Almiron to get him behind there to win that corner, but nothing comes of it from that. It's funny, actually. I don't know if you're watching the game when it kicked off, but Jemison, the young lad that's starting up front for Sheffield United, it's only his second game in the Prem. Bless him. The whistle went to take the knee against racism, and he just starts bolting forward into the other half. Started full sprinting, so they had to bring it back, and he had to kneel down. First shot on, first shot on target there. Almiron bursting forward first minute. Nice little run from him. Shot was lacking a little bit though. Nice to see him taking that shot on that we don't usually see him take too many on. We usually see him hesitate a bit too much.
What minute you got, mate?
1 minute 25.
Oh, I'm good 30 seconds behind you.
Oh, sorry. Yeah, when me and Carl have been on the last couple of weeks, and Sam's been 30-40 seconds ahead of us, so he ruins it.
I've seen that with the penalty of.
Yeah, I'll try and contain myself if we score.
Oh, just do your thing, you know. Don't worry. I just cheer with you. I haven't seen anything yet.
That's basically what I've done all season.
Yeah.
It has been a few times that I've been in front of you guys, but that's only when I can see the game on my telly.
Mm-hmm.
But now I have to watch through a stream because other bigger clubs are playing, so they don't broadcast the Newcastle game.
Yeah, we're on Sky Sports Mix tonight. We're not even on Premier League or football. We've got, I think, 4 games on, and we're the fourth choice.
Who was it, like Villa, Spurs, Everton, whoever?
Wolves, I think.
Liverpool play later on, I think.
Yeah. Oh, saint-maximin already tearing it up. It's nice toe in there from Bogle to stop him. Almiron's diving all over the place. That's one part of his game I don't like. He just goes down a bit too easily.
Who? Azam?
Almiron.
Well, he's a lightweight, so.
Yeah. Tries to buy the free kick sometimes a bit too often.
Mm-hmm.
What's going on with Now TV, James?
I'm watching it on Now TV, mate, and I've not got any issues. So maybe try turning off whatever you're watching it off and on again. That's the only IT support I've got. Turn it off and on.
It usually works. To be fair, it's usually the best way.
Sky Sports. It's on James. It's on Sky Sports Mix. If you just can't find the channel, it's not on any of the usual channels, so you might have to scroll down a fair way before you find it. Don't know if that's the issue you're having, but there we go. You're nice and big now. I can see you both.
Better.
You haven't missed much.
No, if I'm looking over this way, it's because my telly's over this way, unfortunately, today. So I'm not being rude. I apologise.
Don't worry about
Work.
it.
Cameras on this side, telly's on that side. It doesn't make sense, so I'm sorry.
It almost looks as I watch also on your telly on stream. Look, we're
Pardon?
reading the same way.
Yeah.
I cannot wait to be in the ground again. I will be in Newcastle for the first game next season.
I'm a little bit annoyed at myself for not going, to be honest, but it is what it is.
You have to work tomorrow again, right?
Yeah, it wasn't so much that, right? It was just, I don't know, I'll kind of use that as an excuse, but yeah, it wasn't really that. I don't know.
It's Sheffield United. You don't want to go.
Yeah, not sitting in my own seat. I'd have had to sit in level 7. I'm just like, yeah. I even offered it to Sam, and he said no.
It's about your missus, right? She can go.
Oh, come on.
Say that again, Brandon.
Sorry.
You're not going because of your missus being pregnant, right? That was the reason, right?
Yeah.
Should not be happy with you using her as an excuse.
Oh, God, no, definitely not.
That Jefferson lad looks quite tall. I wasn't expect. I don't know why I wasn't expect. I didn't watch their game, but he looks like a lanky lad, so it looks like he might be a bit of an aerial presence.
Yeah, I know. No, Chris, I'm not. So my unborn child has already. So I moved into my new house. I sorted myself a studio out in one of the spare rooms, which are quite a decent size. Now my unborn child has already kicked me out of it, so I've had to move into the office that I did for my other half. It's got like designer shoes and stuff on the wall. It's embarrassing. So I have to like try and keep the yellow curtains out. So no, mate. I'm just in the missus's room.
Already we're seeing Almiron getting into a lot higher positions than he has been in the past couple of games. He's attacking that left side, almost playing as a left winger, and looking to get balls into the box. He's already had one shot on target. So hopefully he can add a bit more attacking threats to this team. Oh, come on, man. Switch on. Joe Linton gave the ball away there because Kraft wasn't switched on. Oh, no.
I wonder if we'll manage to catch a glimpse of any of the lads in the ground as well.
Almost 1-0 to the Blades there, unfortunately. All came from a loose Joe Linton pass. Good football from them, to be honest, but came from Kraft getting out of position on the attack and then not covering his man. Ender Stevens getting into a dangerous position in the 10, feeding in McGoldrick. Ooh, it's inches wide. That's a let off.
What minute are you on, mate?
Just about to go into the 7th.
Okay, I'm not too far behind. That's fine. Steve, thank you very much, mate. You're an absolute hero. You literally are the sugar daddy of the channel.
We should maybe make an appreciation video for Steve.
Here he is.
There he is.
How are we, mate?
It's always nice to see the regulars out in force.
There you go.
If you're not a regular, of course, and you are new to the channel, and this is your first watch along or maybe second or third, don't forget to drop a like on the video and stay tuned the rest of the night as well, because we'll have lots of videos and especially a video coming from the stadium as well with Johnny's thoughts on the game, on the touching on the atmosphere as well. So that'll be a nice, exciting one. So stay tuned for that later on. And if you haven't already, of course, as always, subscribe to the channel and turn the notifications on so you get told when we upload videos, which is quite regularly. Plenty of Newcastle content to feed your hunger.
Absolutely cannot wait for the videos from the ground, to be honest. James, hi Brandon, I'm at the stadium.
Hi James.
Watch
the game and don't watch it me and Colin, man.
It's offside, ref, surely. Ooh, it's a danger.
Very well, thank you, mate. Hope you are well too. Chris wants to know what you're drinking tonight, Brandon.
Some Czech beer, Gambrinus. One of my favorite beers from there. It's a good one.
What's it called, sorry?
Gambrinus.
Okay. Fair enough.
Great ball across the box there from Bogle already. The Ender Stevens and Bogle both getting into dangerous positions, like we said in the build-up. The two players that are going to carry the most attacking threat in this game. And speaking of, Ender Stevens has just scythed down Jacob Murphy after he broke away from him. Oh, we've got the referee that cares more about his haircut than the football. I forget his name. His name is Robert Jones. Good old Robert.
Not Mike Dean.
Honestly, I swear he gets a trim before every time he's on TV.
Come on.
Either that or he's just got Lego brick hair.
Lego brick hair. LT Games, I'm in the ground as well. Legend, mate. Thank you very much for having us on while you're in the ground. Absolute hero. Send us some photos in. I'll drop my email in the chat. You can send some photos in. I've got one here actually that I'll put up from the lads. There we are.
The boy. Brandon can go screw himself.
The Three Musketeers.
We got the lads.
Bear me a second, Brandon. You'll be back very shortly.
Very jealous of the lads, and they've got the weather for it today as well. Looks lovely up there.
And one from the crowd as well.
Come on. What's going on? My stream stopped.
You're not missing much.
Tottenham 1-0 up against Aston Villa.
Lovely stuff. Rot in hell, Villa. Are you standing up in the ground, James? You better be if you say stuff like that.
Cycling on my bike, training in the garage for the. Love that. Absolutely love that,
Jay. You can reward yourself with a break if we score. Otherwise, you've got to keep going.
Yeah. Hello, Usal, I think. Good to have you in the chat, mate. Thank you for joining. If you want to, please subscribe to the channel. At least like the video.
That's a push in the back, ref. Oh, you know how I said I wasn't scared of McGoldrick? Well, he's fluffed his chance earlier on. Very prolific chance that he could have easily tucked away. And now he's tried to hit a volley on the spin and genuinely may have kicked that out of the stadium. He's tried to convert a touchdown here. Or I don't know what the correct terminology is, Carl. You'll have to keep me right. But, yeah, that's spectacular.
Fuck. Why is it not working?
Catching up with it now. Oh, wow. That's definitely gone over.
Danger man, David McGoldrick. It looks like we are trying to take the game to them, but we don't have a lot of midfield, which is the problem. Almiron's pushed up into a higher position, and the wing backs are also pushed up, which is leaving Jonjo on his own in the midfield, and he's trying to ping a lot of long balls, and we're just not tying the defence to attack together at all.
Yeah. Joey, I think I just saw Lee. I wasn't paying attention, mate. I think Matt probably would have recognised him. No, I would have thought. I have to stand up if you lift the two. I'll stand up, mate. I'll stand up. Definitely.
I've got to take my camera up with me, otherwise you'll see me crotch.
Matt's doing the watch along with just his shirt on today.
I always do, mate. Standard Newcastle practice. I do at the games as well.
Tom said, "Can we see?" I don't think
if there's demand for that, let me know, lads. I'll start an OnlyFans.
I'm sure someone will give you a stream in the chat, James. Oh, it's an interesting one. We had that conversation today. Very close friend of mine that I work with is a Liverpool fan. So Leicester not winning last night didn't do them any favours. So I don't know. I really don't know. I've got a feeling that Liverpool might edge it.
Yeah, I think personally, I don't think Leicester are making that top four. I don't think they'll care. I mean, if you were in that situation, would you take an FA Cup and missing out on Champions League? They'll still be in the Europa League.
Yeah, true.
I'm not sure I can't remember how it works, but yeah, it must be. I was going to say, because one of our top three, which is Chelsea and Man City, they're guaranteed a Champions League spot next year. Yeah, Besiktas won the league. I don't know if you lads saw this earlier. Besiktas won the league,
right?
Yeah, by 2 goals, and I believe they won 7-0 3 weeks before the end of the season. So that basically won them the league.
That's insane.
I was sorting out my stream, so that's why when you guys, I will still stand up though if it really matters. But
Yeah, you have to sing it at the same time.
stand up if you love the tune.
Yeah, the top 4 is in Liverpool's hands, I think, to answer that one, because they win tonight, they go up into 4th, and then it comes out the final day, which they shouldn't have any trouble with. So it's all down to them, really. All down to Alisson's wonder header.
Yeah, which was insane. Do you guys think No, we don't, Taylor. Or we've seen the rumours or what was taken out of context. So I don't personally think him, and Matt doesn't have. Brandon, do you think that ASM's going to leave?
No,
in the summer?
no, not in this summer.
Go on.
As well, I think he needs to consider himself as well. Like, if I make a move in the Premier League, because that's where you want to play, where do I realistically get some minutes? And you have to look at his position and who's playing there, and gotta be honest with himself. And like, can I beat this guy? Like, can I start in front of him? And with all respect, I think he's a little bit too inconsistent yet to start for any top 6 regularly.
Yeah,
I think one more decent season with us, and then he's probably good to go. But if we will be a top 10 side, then he probably stays for longer. Who knows?
Definitely. Where are we? Who do you think that the player of the season is?
Ooh.
Talk from the members. I'll tell you there. I'll say Callum Wilson, actually, because without Callum Wilson, we wouldn't have the goals. If we wouldn't have the goals, we wouldn't win games, and we wouldn't be surviving this season. So that's very easy for me.
I think I agree, yeah, because I think the club gave it to Callum Wilson as well today. Maxie's had his time. He's had his moments this season. Willock's had a fantastic season, but it's only been half a season. Oh, that's a fantastic ball. Good keeping. Very good keeping. Dubravka playing sweeper keeper there, doing his best Manuel Neuer impression. But yeah, probably Callum Wilson for me, because nobody in the defensive end has been consistent enough, I think, to earn that award. And Dubravka's been solid, but like I say, it's only been half a season again.
Yeah, no, definitely. Beetle Greg reiterates the point, without Wilson, we'd be down, and arguably we would be, to be fair. James says Matt Ritchie is the best Newcastle player for him. Fair enough. Brings something different, doesn't he, in terms of that seniority. Joe is pissing me off. He's passed the ball to Sheffield every time. He's had a great start.
We need to get some possession. We just, every time we get the ball, we're just twatting it and just looking for a run that's not there. We need to get a hold of the ball and just keep it on the deck. I don't know what we're trying to do. It's definitely a back 3 this game rather than a back 5.
Yeah.
So need to stretch the play, open that space up for Maxi in the middle, get him on the ball. John Joe's seeing a lot of the ball, like he has done previously, but not in the past couple of games. Get up, man. Ender Stevens has just clipped Maxi's heels, and he's won a free kick just past the halfway line on the edge. Might be a decent position to whip the ball in. Oh no, we've taken it quickly and passed it backwards.
Not far off 100 likes, guys. We're currently on around 75, I think. If you could smash that like button for us to help push the video through the algorithm, that'd be fantastic. And yeah, I'm just going to share this onto socials as well, gents. Bear with me.
No worries. Yeah, it looks like that. To be fair to BBC Sport, I think they've got it spot on. It does look like a front 3. Osborne's playing on the left side of a front 3 with Jebison through the middle and McGoldrick on the right. I imagine that's quite fluid, and he'll drop into midfield. But yeah, again with the long ball.
Will Brightmore asks realistic targets for the summer window.
I mean, Willock and Willems have got to be 2. There could be a punt on Tammy Abraham. Obviously, wanting to leave Chelsea, he probably has other preferences. I know Villa will definitely be interested in him.
Yeah.
And other teams as well. As if we've got that free kick. But he's got. We need it. Sorry, Brandon. I'll let you go. But we definitely need a goal scorer because Callum Wilson, as good as he is, he can't stay fit for a full season. So we need someone else that we can rely on.
I said it as well. Someone we can sign on the free. I said because this question is asked already a few times. I said Mario Götze plays for PSV Eindhoven, is free on this after this season again. So why not? Do
you think he'd cut it in the Prem? Do you think he's not past it now? He's a bit old.
Well, he's looks still good in the Dutch league. I know everyone's good in the Dutch league, but no, you see, he's a quality player, man, and maybe he's not. It's a much improvement on Jonjo Selfie, for example. You know, like he runs more than Jonjo Selfie for sure, and I think his technique is better as well than Jonjo's.
Hey, it'd be nice to add a World Cup winner to the squad.
Definitely. Charlie, brilliant, mate. You'll be kept up to date with Matt's dulcet tones as he commentates on the game. Make sure you get yourself a rest afterwards and keep us in the background, mate.
John Joe's knocked his tooth out.
Really?
Yeah. He's just picked it off the ground, pointed to his mouth. I don't know if he's got a false tooth. He's definitely knocked a tooth out.
What the hell?
Interesting.
I'm waiting for the replay here.
Big John.
A completely accidental clash, but he gets a shoulder to the face from Osborne. Might even be an elbow. Whips his head right round. That's gonna hurt. Yeah, knocks his tooth out. You can see it fall out in the replay. Jeez, that's gonna hurt. Be interesting to see if he plays on. Yeah, blood all over his mouth. Must not be a fake one.
What the hell?
That's gonna hurt. I mean, he's straight up, like, fair play to the lad. He's taken a hell of an elbow to the face. Probably got whiplash from that, but yeah, tooth's come out. I don't know. Does he have veneers? Bloody hell! I don't know what the protocol is for.
It looks like an elbow, actually.
Yeah, we could accidentally just caught him on the back end.
Maybe not intentionally, but as he tries to turn around, he just hits him in the mouth.
It might just be a false tooth by the looks of it. There's not too much blood. It would be bleeding a lot more, I think, if it was a real one. Oof, that's going to leave him dazed. That's not good.
Yeah.
With his wage he is on per week, he can definitely afford it. So don't worry.
He's from Liverpool, and they love all their veneers there, don't they? You've seen Klopp and Firmino, and probably got them done at the same place. Come on, lads. There's no. I say earlier we're taking the attacking game to them. Now we're just because there's no ideas. We're just resorting to the punting the ball wrong. They're not pressuring us on the ball. That's a great ball. Oh, unlucky. Richie just played a great ball into Almiron, who had a poor touch to let it get away from him. But we've got the ball back now. Willock's picked it up in the centre circle. Man on. Almiron's nearly lost his legs to Dave McGoldrick there, but he's still got the ball. Yeah, this is going to...
So far, really.
Yeah, looks like it's going to be another boring one. Why is my battery is draining on my phone?
You're streaming from your phone, man?
Yeah, my laptop's dead, so I have to join this on my phone. So I have to give it...
It takes loads of battery if you use StreamYard on your phone, believe me.
Yeah. I think I'll if I shut that down.
It gets warm as well.
Yeah.
You're rotated.
Yeah, there we go. Let's just put my battery. Ooh, me extensive battery saver, so I don't die.
We have 64% possession.
Go on, Willock's nicked it. Oh, ref, that's cynical. That's a booking, surely. Yeah, yellow card. Norwood. That's good. Oh, and someone's gone down off the ball. Joe Willock's hit the deck. I don't see exactly what happened. He's taken a bang on his knee. Ooh. It looks like it's muscle pain for Willock in his left leg. not a good sign.
Didn't he hit that one as well already last game against City?
Yeah, I think he's just jarred it. It's as he's been tackled. Yeah, he's jarred his knee in the ground. I think he'll be all right. Yeah, he's walking around. He's fine.
Sam Candle says, I've heard we've been in talks with Tyler Roberts from Leeds. He's also rejected a new contract the other day. I haven't seen that personally. Matt might know more about that as he resides in Leeds. Am I right in thinking that?
Well, I reside in Leeds and I work for a company that covers Leeds United. So, but I don't know how true those links are, but I'll be brutally honest. No disrespect to the lad. We've got to be aiming higher than that. You know, Bielsa sees something in him. He sticks with him regularly, but I think he scored. Was it last weekend? Was it in the 4-0? Or was it this weekend? I think it was this weekend. He scored, and that was his first goal this season. You know, he's a number 10. You can't be scoring your first goal, and he's the third last match day of the season.
Yeah.
He's still young, so you know there's room to grow. But no, we've got to be aiming higher than that. So we're claiming for a handball in the wall from a free kick, but. Nice, John Joe clearing Jebison out with a lovely forceful challenge. Love to see that man and ball. Let him know you're there.
The game knows a competition between Fedi Dummett, Kraft. Yeah, definitely. Yeah. I'll take Lookman from Fulham. Don't think we need him, but love Andros Townsend back. Stay tuned for a video from Matt, mate, in the coming weeks or days. I'm sure we'll be covering lots of that sort of stuff.
Yeah, we've got a lot of attacking talent in Fulham and West Brom sides. Not so much Sheffield United, but I'll be looking at all the relegated teams and potentially those teams that miss out on the playoffs when they're done, the players that they've got in their sides and who would be a good addition for us and what kind of availability those players have. Because if Brentford miss out on the playoffs, they are a selling club. So someone like Ivan Toney could be an honest, or even Josh Da Silva. I think if Brentford don't come up, I'm kind of spoiling some of the videos content, but if you remember when we played Brentford, he scored the winner. Josh Da Silva he already looks like the real deal. Looks like he'll cut it in the Prem. So if Brentford don't win the playoffs and don't come up, they'll no doubt be looking to sell a couple of players for a tidy profit. And I think we should be one of those clubs looking to benefit off that.
Yeah, realistically, mate, how much do you think they can kind of pull for the likes of Ivan Toney and
It's difficult to say because with the like Ivan Toney has got to be a £40 million striker at the minimum. Go on! Oh, what a save! Oh, that is one of the saves of the season. Oh, he's knocked himself as well, Ramsdale. What a save! I won't describe it in detail for you, but the keeper's knocked his shoulder in the process.
Hit it off the woodwork or something.
It didn't even look like it when I watched it.
You said you would play it cool, and
it's not every day that this happens.
Oh,
I'm about to see it now. I think. Oy.
I think he's dislocated his shoulder.
Good header from Junjo, though.
Yeah, it was a good header, wasn't it?
Yeah, it's nice. I'll talk about it now. Well, we had 4 players in the box there: Murphy, Jolin, Shelby, and I think it might have been Willock or someone else in there. But yeah, the keeper's in real discomfort. Ramsdale, it's landed on his shoulder and he's looked limp, so potentially dislocated there. The medic's looking to put it back in. Not sure who their backup keeper is on the bench.
I'll tell you now. It is. I won't tell you because I don't know which one it is. Is it Foderingham?
Foderingham, yeah. Where's Foderingham? Yeah, he's an old head, isn't he? He's like 40.
Wow, that.
Yeah, that was a really, really good stop there. I don't rate him as a keeper, but that was a fantastic save from him. I can't remember if I said it earlier. I definitely thought it when we were defending. I wish Jonjo Shelby could learn to head the ball. I don't know if I just said that internally, but he's headed it well there. But great save from the keeper.
It's Jason, you're right. It's a common theme with youth players at Newcastle. Unfortunately, we don't even loan them out to the right clubs. It seems at times. So no.
Tony would be the dream, but he wouldn't come back here. I don't think, not after the way he was treated.
Carl, did you read out the last super chat from Steve? Actually,
No, mate. Breakout player. I like. Had you played a few more games, he would have been up there for player of the season for me.
Yeah. I don't know. Breakout is Willock maybe, but he's not our player because this is his first proper run of games in the Prem with any team. So, that's probably he's up there. I think maybe for me, Jacob Murphy is there. He's been a bit of a revelation as a wing back. So there's no one else that's really for me been. Say again.
Matt Ritchie after coming in again.
Yeah, the thing is with Richie and Darlow that they've shown good form in the Championship as well. So I don't know if I can class them as breakout players. But they've both been outstanding. Yeah, handball ref surely. Gone in.
Yeah, Mikel Marino's another one. Another one who's gone on to bits again.
Yeah.
Kevin Mbappe.
Yeah, to be fair with Marino, he wanted to leave.
He wanted to go, didn't he? Yeah.
Yeah, it wasn't the club. It was just he was a bit homesick. He liked Spain a bit too much. Can't blame the club for that one, unfortunately.
I got another one for you, Florian Luciu.
Yeah. Where we could be with it.
He's coming back, right? After the
Yeah, he's only on loan. I don't know if there's an option to buy for them. Hopefully they don't exercise it.
I don't think after this season you would like to sell him though.
I think he has to, especially. Come on, switch on. Fernandez and Cher, I think, I want to say both out of contract or both running out of contract.
Yeah, I think they are, mate. Did Fernandez get an extension? I don't know. Cher definitely is.
I saw Dummett. Oh, go on. Oh, go on. Ref, come on. Oh, he's giving a free kick. Saint-Maximin has just burned about 7 players in one run. He's incredible. He passed it to Willock around the corner, who realised he was offside, so just left it, and then had a 5-yard sprint. Oh, and Ender Stevens eventually goes in the book for a cynical pullback on Saint-Maximin that stopped him getting into the box.
His first touch from that, by the way, was absolutely disgusting as well.
Yeah. So now that we've got a couple of them in the book already, so they'll not be wanting to make those kind of challenges. So now's the time for Steve Bruce to pull Saint-Maximin to one side and say, look, these are the players that are booked. These are the players you need to run at, because they can't make a challenge on him now.
But is he going to do that?
I think hopefully Maxi's smart enough to know that.
Yeah.
And Matt Ritchie should be telling him, if not. This is in prime Andros Townsend territory, by the way, this free kick.
Kendo's got it spot on. Great pass by Maxi to Maxi.
Do you think we guys we will sell Emil Kraft after the season already, or you think we'll keep him for one more year?
I can't see anyone buying him though. Like he's like in the Premier League anyway.
Yeah.
Maybe
I think he'll stay. He'll stay, but I don't think he'll play.
Is he a good stand-in though? I'm still debating with that.
I think he's a good backup. I think he'll probably be on cheap wages as well, which is always a positive. So
massive wages. I might consider becoming a professional footballer.
Hey, I saw someone there in the comments mentioning Toban from Marseille. Again, another one that I wasn't sad to see go. He was shy for us. He had his chance, so I've got no qualms with him doing well at another club. The French league is completely different to the Premier League. I'm not surprised he can cut it there. No disrespect to the French league, but it makes some players look world beaters when in reality they're awful.
Yeah, Remy Caballero was a similar example, wasn't it?
Yeah. So I'm not sad to see the back of him.
Manny Riviere, for fuck's sake.
Yeah. I'm just going to nip and get a drink. I'll be 2 minutes.
No worries, mate. Brandon, have you got like something on in the background? I can hear like.
Sorry. Did you hear my stream? Maybe.
No, it's like a buzzing sound.
Nothing really.
Don't know what it is.
Oh, it might be my fridge.
Yeah, I think it is actually. Have you got like a gain button on your microphone?
Like wait.
Not plastic at all, mate. Doesn't matter how long you've been supporting the club. You support the club. You're a fan.
Is this what you mean?
No, like on your microphone, like I've got these buttons on the back here.
Yeah.
Have you got anything like? There's something that you might be able to turn down. Yeah, turn that the other way. That's horrendous.
Huh?
That's better. That's better. Yeah.
Okay. Sound. Oh, come on, this stream, man. Hoy. Terrible. I hate watching from streams, really. Especially, I can also not watch good paid streams. I have to watch free streams, so to call, because, or I have to use a VPN, but it's blocked because I'm here in the Netherlands. I cannot watch from Sky Sports or whatever, even if I pay for it. It's so weird.
Yeah. Well, even my
Sky
Sky Sports one,
but
my Sky Sports one's still behind.
You mean on versus Matt, or?
Yeah.
But it's so weird. Why can someone from the Netherlands not watch if they pay for the game to watch like 4 or 5 quid or whatever?
No
Why
idea.
they watch the stream? Doesn't make sense.
Oh yeah, there's always stuff like that going on here, Beetle. Definitely, mate. It's random stuff.
Don't miss anything. Doesn't look like it.
Not really.
It's a difficult one, mate. You're gonna have to let either Dubravka or Darlow are probably gonna go. One of them's probably gonna go.
I think Darlow will be the one to go because he could definitely become a starting goalkeeper for either a lower Premier League side or a Championship side and get guaranteed game time. And I think Dubravka will still be our number 1 next season. Go on, that's a great ball. Go on. No, you fucking twat. Oh, I hate Miggy sometimes. He's so indecisive.
Not swearing here, Matt. Away.
Sorry, children. Saint-Maximin's played a beautiful ball into Miggy on the left wing. He's in behind the defence, and if he just swazzes the ball into the back post, I think it was Willock was just waiting there, unmarked. But instead he takes an extra touch, fakes the cross, and then loses the ball. Tries to dive for a free kick.
I don't see much of Joel Linton yet this game.
No, I think he's not had too much of a sniff, to be honest. I think he's weirdly playing like a front 2 with Saint-Maximin, but he seems to be the one that's dropping deeper. I think he's got an injury. He's gone down. He's holding his left leg.
Wait, look for Joel Linton.
Joel Linton in the centre circle. He's gone down. It's his thigh, by the looks of it.
Is Dwight Gill fit, actually?
Yeah, he's on the bench, I think. I think Andy Carroll might be the sub to give him a lap of honour.
I think against the back of Sheffield, you would like to go with Dwight Gill, who can cut between the defenders, not behind. I think this would be a good game for Dwight Gill, actually.
Could be.
Yeah, I don't have a VPN actually, mate. One time it's on my laptop, so, and it always don't seem to work, even if I pay for it. So, like the big thing, the big sites, Sky and Netflix and all those shit, they detect VPN somehow. So.
No, it sucks. I remember I was in South Africa once and wanted to watch it was the start of the Football League season, and I don't know why the rights are different over there, but you could watch any Premier League game at any time. They were all televised. Even if there was 10 3:00 kickoffs, you could watch all 10 on different channels.
Maybe I have to go to South Africa then.
Yeah.
I can even speak my own language there.
Yeah.
They're probably in the 37 minutes.
We've settled back into sitting back and letting the opposition have the ball now rather than continuing to press. It's going to be a long game, I think.
Yeah, it is. It is, unfortunately. Dear. Where are we? Same in Malaysia. All matches available. Hi guys. So need to keep ASM Magic to watch. Absolutely, travel. It's about the 2 Newcastle fans that died on them. Yes.
Yeah, I know that. Sweeney, I think, right? What's his name?
What about it?
One of them.
Liam Sweeney was one of them. Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, I just.
Yes, you're right, Simon. You are right. 2-1 Villa.
Never. Well, they've gone from 1-0 down to 2-1. Oh, Spurs are really bottling it, aren't they? I really have a strong dislike of Spurs, bordering on hatred. Then again, I don't like Villa either, so.
Yeah. Yes, they are, mate. They are winning indeed. I think is that Rahulian, OG, and then Ollie Watkins for the second. There goes Kane. Yeah, absolutely, he's gone.
Yeah, good on him. He's given a few years to them. He's tried his best. You know, got him to a Champions League final. Got him to some. Go on, have a dig. Coward. Stand it up. Go on. Too long. Go on, give it back. Too much. I like Murphy's willingness to have a pop at goal, but sometimes he needs to pick the better option and pick the pass out.
Stream is working. Thank you so much. Simon, the stream is working. Thank you so much.
How old's Zuba now, Steve? Because he's been around for bloody donkey's years. Hey, Adam's on the TV! Adam's on the TV!
Is he actually? I'll get a picture.
God, Adam! He's on his feet, bless him. Give him a little round of applause.
I think Sam's got it as well.
Nice one.
Where is he? What minute are you on, Matt?
41-45.
Oh, there he is. There he is. He's pissed out of his face.
Yeah.
He's been drinking all afternoon.
He's made a day of it, as Adam, bless him. Fair play to him.
Brilliant. He's famous. He's really famous. Swap Joe Linton for Lee's at the game too. Yes, he is, mate. Lee, Adam, and Johnny are at the game. Why does the commentator keep calling Murphy Willock? I don't know, Paul. I genuinely don't know. Simon says it can't be Adam. His missus isn't there. Fair point.
Keep it OCU for that line.
I went on the Sheffield United live and they time-outed me. Why? What have you been saying, mate? What havoc have you been wreaking over there?
Would you, not that he'd ever come here, but Giroud for Chelsea, would you put a couple, I don't know how much you pay for him now. I don't think, did he get called up to the France squad? I don't know if he was included.
Yeah, he did,
must
mate,
have been.
Yeah.
But World Cup winner, league winner, I think he's Champions League winner with, no, he wasn't at Chelsea when they won the Champions League, was he? Or did he win the league actually when he was with Chelsea? I don't think he did he? Definitely World Cup winner at least. FA Cup winner. Good target man. I know that Steve Bruce likes his target man. Could play up top with Callum Wilson and another one off saint-maximin.
It'd be a no-brainer for me, mate. I'd take him all day long.
If you'd be interested, what kind of money would you be willing to kind of punt towards that transfer? What do you think he's worth these days?
How old is he now?
Early 30s, I think 33, I want to say.
I think 25 mil is fine. It's fair, actually.
I don't know if I'd pay that much, though.
No?
25 million. It's a lot of money for someone that's so, like, 33, 34.
You know, the market is already so fucked up, you know. Like, you look what we paid for John Linton and all that.
Yeah, but in that case, if it's going to cost me 25 million, then no, I wouldn't buy him.
Yeah.
Don't get me wrong, I think he's a very good striker and he can improve our team, absolutely. But 25 million for a season or two is a lot of money, I think.
This is obviously just complete hypotheticals, but if Carl, I'll come to you first. You say Ivan Toney was 40 million and Giroud was 25, and you had to go for one of them. Which one would you be going?
I'd go for Ivan Toney just because of his age as well, mate. And I think I know we've had Dwight Gale can score goals in the Championship, but the goals to game ratio that Ivan Toney's had is absolutely ridiculous. And like people have said, we've never really given him an opportunity. I think, but then, you know, is he proven in the Premier League? No, it's a difficult one, isn't it? But I think just because of the potential ceiling and the amount of time that he would potentially be at the club, I'd spend the 40 million on Toney, especially when we spent 40 on Joe Linton. Do you know what I mean? Not that it's his fault. What about yourself? Oh, sorry.
I don't think he's paying attention. Brandon. Did you hear the question I asked Carl? Would you pay, if you had to pay 25 mil for Giroud or 40 million for Ivan Toney in the Championship, who would you be paying?
Probably the 40 mil for Ivan. Difficult.
It's difficult because they're different players that bring you different things, and obviously different ages and potentials and stuff. So
I think I would still go with the youth then and pay him for the future. And pay for the future then and pick Toney then.
Yeah.
What about you?
I don't know, because I want to go on. That's a great ball. Oh, that's an awful header.
That's a great ball.
I don't know if he was a mile offside anyway, but Joe Linton's got a head like a 50p piece. How was that ended up there?
I think he did something similar last week, didn't he?
He did, but he headed it clear.
Yeah.
Oh, he's onside as well.
That's good.
He has time to take a touch inside the 6-yard box and bring that down. If he wants to.
Stinker.
What a ball from Jacob Murphy, by the way. Puts it on a plate for him.
Oh, Joe, Jesus Christ.
11 attempts to 2 in this half. Great ball. Is he onside though? Saint-Maximin plays in Willock. Oh, what a save! He's still there. Oh, it's going to be the death of me. Oh, it's given offside eventually. Saint-Maximin gets his head up there. Willock should be putting that away, but another great save from Ramsdale. Come on, lads, we've got to score here. Great ball from Miggy in the first place. Saint-Maximin just drifting offside, so it wouldn't have counted anyway. Good awareness from him to put that on a plate for Willock. Better angle, takes it on his weak foot. It's a great save. Too close to the keeper, but on his weaker side with the ball moving at him at pace. You can't really fault Willock for that. Not like it matters because it was offside. Oh, 45, 48. 1 minute of added time left. Can we nick it before half time? Probably not.
Oh, these streams, man, they're fucking bloody awful.
Maxi from distance is he's gonna let it get away from him. Good play. Rescued it. Richie plays in Miggy. Miggy Meg's his man. Oh, too much. We're putting the pressure on, cranking it up for the last minute or so. It's just whether we can get the ball back in their area. We've got 30-ish seconds left on the clock. John Joe whips a ball. Joe Linton. Maxi! Hit it, you fuck! Oh, great ball! Murphy. Yes! Oh, sorry, lads.
No, it's fine, mate. It's fine. It's fine.
Fucking get in. Joe Willock, you bloody legend.
I just want to
What a ball. What a ball from Saint-Maximin, and what a ball from Berge. Fucking incredible. That is beautiful football. Beautiful football.
Hopefully Johnny, Adam or Lee had their phone out with all this pressure. Just catching up.
Oh, God. Great play. Great team goal.
That was a disgusting pass from ASM, by the way.
Yeah. John Joe, poor touch from
Disgusting.
ASM does two men, filthy pass into the space. Knows Murphy's there. Murphy wants it and just stands that ball up right in the right area. Willock attacks it, beats Bogle in the air, puts it bottom corner. No mistake this time. Fantastic team goal. That is what attacking football is all about.
Get the fuck in.
Come on! I think when I first joined the watch along, Sam asked me if I was a squealer, and I think that answers the question.
Come on, I cannot even see the goal because my stream's...
Joe Willock celebrating a la Matt Ritchie by giving the corner flag a good old kick. Oh, half time.
Ramsdale absolutely furious.
Do I think that it's possible to sign Willock, and for how much? At this rate, God, he's sticking $5 million on his price tag with every bloody game.
I know.
He's invaluable.
He goes up in price. It's mental.
I think, we could be forking out 25 mil for him easy, because he's a player that is going to, you thought I can't remember how much Wilson was. It was in the 20-25 mil mark, I believe. But he's scored 12 goals for us this season, I want to say, with a few assists thrown in as well. Joe Willock's going to get you that in assists and potentially goals as well on his current form. So you'd be forking out the same amount of money. Plus, he's got age on his side. And he's got that Arsenal connection with Isaac Hayden as well, who I believe they'll have played in the academy for a couple of years as well. Steve, man, you got more money than sense, but I love you.
An underrated young player that I'd like to see Newcastle go for is Jordan Larson from Spartak Moscow. 55 appearances, 22 goals, and is 23 years old. It sounds like a bloody good return, mate, but I have no idea about who he is, so I can't give any kind of opinion on him, unfortunately.
Never heard of him.
I'll look out for him, though. 100%. Someone tackle Willock before we got it. I was just thinking that. Someone tell Willock to stop scoring. It's ridiculous. Joe and Hayden for Britain. Willock breaking records at the team. We have to sign him 100%.
Is that 6 and 6?
Stop scoring. I don't know. I thought it was more than that, but
I can't remember.
I've seen the stats before this game. He had 12 appearances for us and 6 goals. So that makes it now 13 out of 7 goals.
Literally, like, you are going to pay for an NFTV night out, Steve. The way you've been going, mate.
We should just all save up the money he donates to us, and when he comes over to Newcastle, all that money he donated to us, it's all going into for him. And we're going to smash face, shit face.
Get the champagne bottles out.
Definitely.
Taken to beat you.
Mr. Steal your points. I love that. Oh, Joe, you bloody hero. Honestly, I can see him pushing for a move here because, if you're getting that Arsenal side, you're getting in alongside, yes, an exciting young team, but you're probably not starting. And
why would he not want to join us if he keeps scoring goals with us? And
because he's been at Arsenal. It's one of those ones where he's been at the club for so long at Arsenal. If he's got a chance to break into the first team, you wouldn't blame him for trying to take that. But you've got to think that the better move is to come to us, and if not us, then another team like us that are going to guarantee him game time.
Yeah. What do you guys think is the possibility of signing him in percentage, or 1 out of 10?
I think that we will, if I'm being realistic, a 10 being most likely and 1 being least likely, I'm probably going to go for a 3 or a 4. Because 1, I don't think Mike Ashley's going to fork out cash for transfers this summer. 2, I can't see Arsenal letting him go easily. If they do let him go, I can see it being on another loan deal. I can see that being a lot more likely than a permanent transfer. And 3,
loan deal though.
Sorry?
I'll take it any day.
Oh yeah. Don't get me wrong. I'd love him back on any condition. But I can't see a permanent transfer happening, to be brutally honest, because I actually won't fork the cash out that Arsenal will no doubt ask for.
Frankie, thank you very much, mate. Definitely need to get Willock signed. Thank you very much for the super chat. You absolute hero.
Legend.
Harrison said he's too young to be in the Arsenal first team all the time. Doesn't fit in with their style either. Usually I would agree, mate, but they've been shocking, haven't they? So do you start to look at him as if Arteta is still there? Do you look at Willock and think he's someone that we need to bring back into the fold?
I mean, if I'm Arteta, then yeah, but I guess I'm biased. The thing is, do you bring him in over Smith Rowe? Probably not. Do you bring him in over Saka? Probably not. Do you bring him in over the other strikers and stuff? Because he's definitely an attacking midfielder. You know, he's not a box-to-box defensive midfielder at all. So he's not getting in above their attacking talents. He'd definitely be a viable bench option, but we know that he doesn't want to be that. He said that in his interview, I think the week before last. So yes, this comment from Sam here is Darlow better than Leno to throw Darlow. I saw someone say the Arsenal wanted Woodman in the comments down below.
Yeah. It's been running around a couple of weeks, I think, mate.
Yeah,
to be fair.
I mean, I can see that being smart from Arsenal because Leno is unreliable, and they've got Matty Ryan from Brighton they signed either in January or in the summer last year, which was a weird transfer. Neither of which are particularly goalkeepers for the future. I know Ryan's mid-20s, I think. But you know, Arsenal have had over the years have had a fair few good goalkeepers. My mind goes back to Jens Lehmann, and obviously before him a long string of good goalkeepers. But Woodman, if they were to sign him, I can see them being interested in him. He could be the starting goalkeeper for a few years now, and I don't know if it would be a good move for him. But if they can guarantee him first team football, then I don't see why not for him. And then if we get Willock in return, I can't complain.
No, definitely not. If you haven't already, guys, please smash the like button. Absolute legends for sticking with us. I know a lot of you will be watching the game as well, so really, really appreciate it. And I know a lot of you are actually at the game and still have us on in the background, which is absolutely heroic. So thank you so much for that. It's on Sky Sports Mix, mate. I believe it's on tonight. Let's sign Willock. I'm an Arsenal fan. Trust me, they will sell Willock. Arteta is the best. Fair enough, mate. Fair enough. Arsenal say they don't need a goalkeeper, so we need to pay the money up front. Fair enough. Joe Willock should be number one target. I agree. That maximum, what pass was filthy. It was absolutely disgusting. It was a disgusting reverse pass from him. Loved it. Simon, thank you very much, mate, for the super chat. Really, really appreciate that. But yeah, don't thank us for the stream, mate. It's not doable without you guys. So really, really, really appreciate it. Don't go, Joe. Saying, I love this channel. Thank you very much, mate. It's good to have you in. Good to have you in. But yeah, what do we do second half? Do we carry on as we were? Because to be fair, other than the last 10 minutes, I would say, or 15 minutes, it was relatively pretty naff, I think. Would I be right in saying that?
I think, yeah, you're right. I think it was Jay in the fan reaction last week that says we've not been a killing team. We don't go for throats. We haven't been that for a long time. I think we need to be that in the second half. We carry the momentum of a late first half goal into the start. We get a nice bright start. Hopefully get a second goal early into the second half.
Exactly. Kill the game.
Kill the game off. Give them no chance.
Rest.
Yeah.
What we deserve after so long of absence in the stadium.
Steve, man, you need to chill.
You can chat without paying.
Yeah, to chat. Pay us, mate. It's fine.
It was Steve though. But go on.
You can answer that question, Brandon.
Why he just donates €1.99 and not €2? Why autism starts coming up with this? Why $1.99 and not $2? Like round it up.
I think that's how it does it, mate. Like it's 99 in dollars, and I believe.
So
if every donation is made is like 99 cents on the end. I don't think it rounds it up.
Oh, so you cannot put in yourself some sort of amount that you like?
I think you can, but there's set ones as well. But thank you very much all the same, Steve.
I'm just going to quickly. I'm going to nip off for the rest of the half-time now, just to charge my phone. Otherwise, I'm not going to last the second half because it's dying. So I'll be back for the start of the second half. But enjoy the rest of half-time.
That's fine, mate. Brandon, what would you say that Joe Willock's best attribute is?
Probably coming in the box and being at the right place at the right time. He's there all the time, and I think after a while, if you just score one, you got a natural feeling for it. You need to have it, and he got it. Like he's all the time where the ball is coming, and that's where you need to be. Something Joe Linton doesn't have, unfortunately. I wish he had, but don't get me wrong. But it's probably just a natural footballer in him, the talent.
Brady says he would pay 30 million, 6 goals in 6 games. What about yourself, Brandon? Would you happy in paying 30 million pounds for Joe Willock?
Easily, and he can date my wife as well if you want.
I'd say Arsenal will sell him for 18 to 20, or they might not. To be honest, when they sell the young players, they always turn up great in different teams. Where are we? That trait you're talking about, Brandon, can't be taught. So valuable. Willock would be a great striker. Willock learning off Bruce. I don't know whether I'm going to take that seriously or not, Geordie. But yeah, it's 1-0 up. 1-0 up. It's fantastic to have fans in the ground. Everyone who's in the chat, how do you feel about having the crowd noise off and actually being able to hear the crowd? Do you feel like football's slowly getting back to normality? Are you? Do you get that bit of excitement that we've all missed out on?
What do you make of the game so far, Carl?
I thought the first half an hour was shit, to be honest. I thought it was crap from both of us. But the last 15 minutes we've been on top, and yeah, like the commentator said, I think we're well deserved for the goal. So I just hope we can kick on and put another couple past them, to be honest.
I just hope they kill the game quickly and then just entertain us,
Yeah. No, that's fair enough, man. That's fair enough.
I wouldn't even mind if Sheffield scored and we just go for the second, like just have an entertaining game. It sounds silly, I know, but
no.
Because the game is already about nothing. So
yeah, absolutely. Abu, thank you very, very much, mate, for the super sticker. Thank you very much. Really, really, really appreciate that. Absolute legend. Guys, if you haven't already, again, as I said, if you could like the video, it pushes up through the algorithm. So we do get more views and it helps us to produce more content. Because obviously the more views we get, the marginal amount of more money that we can put back into the channel.
If you don't mind me asking, where are you from, mate? If you can answer that in the chat. Sorry, go on, Carl.
That's fine. Joe Willock's on a 4-year, £4.1 million contract with the Arsenal, including an annual average salary of £1.404 million in 2020. Interesting. It's the Tomb Way. It's awesome to hear the Geordies sing again. I said ASM and Willock would terrorise them, definitely. I think Sam was going to try and... Was Sam going to try and come on the watch along? I don't know.
Said in the WhatsApp group that he can't make it on the halftime show because his children... They're still playing, so
fair enough. The survival points bonus standing money, Joe, is a big part of it. Worth a look. Interesting. Sad that Wilson still hasn't heard the fans' reaction yet. Yeah, I know it is, isn't it? It really, really is. I'm from England, but I'm Jamaican heritage, Brandon.
Nice one. Good to see that. We actually had. Coyote last time on the fan reaction. He was actually from Jamaica, remember?
Yeah, I do, yeah.
He was mental, man.
And he needs to come in the watch along more, like comment in the watch along, definitely.
And he won that crazy bet that he said we would win from Leicester 4-2, I think.
Yeah, he did. Yeah.
Made like 400 quid from that only.
To be honest, mate, I can't actually remember. Let me double check in a sec. When it comes back on, I'll let you know. Be good to see Gale in second half when Joey goes off. A bit more movement in second half up top. Gareth Southgate hates team players. That's why he's dirty Villa through and through. It's not just that, mate. He's a shit coach. Like, in terms of the players that he'll select, it won't be the ones that should be going.
Didn't he manage the Mackhams as well?
Did he? No, I don't. No, I don't think he did. Pardon?
Might be wrong though, but
No. Right, we're not far off. But no, mate, not Sunderland. He was at Middlesbrough for a little bit.
okay.
Fan reaction show is 45 minutes after the game. Yes, mate, it is. Scoring the players first tonight. That's. I think Johnny is doing a reaction video from the ground, which will be uploaded. And scoring the players, and then it will be myself and Brandon doing the fan reaction.
A couple of times here, I think Sam put it in the.
Yes, mate. He saw his tooth get knocked out. He didn't even question it. It's just as well, James, isn't it, mate?
Carl, how much pints do you reckon Adam already drank?
Oh God, 8, 9 maybe.
It's such a pity though that in St. James's you're not allowed to drink in the stadium actually. Only in the how you call those when you go from the stands to buy your drinks.
Yeah, I know what you mean. In the I don't really, but I'll just try and sneak as many as I can in.
Yeah.
Yeah. Hopefully, there's no stewards at the ground that watch the watch long or anything like that. Because I do hide them in my jacket.
Weird though. In the Netherlands and other countries, you can just drink beer on the stands, but
yeah. Yeah, definitely. Andrew, are you at the game yourself, mate?
Coming back on that Southgate topic though, like he lets them play okay, but that's basically it. He doesn't get much more out of it, like except of the final. But I don't know. I think you can do much more with this squad that England have currently now. But that's just my opinion. But
No, I agree, mate. Like there's so much talent. Like you should be getting a better tune out of them.
I actually think the English Football Federation should look for some young manager with some Premier League experience and just give him the project for like 4-8 years.
Yeah.
By England favourites to win the Euros this summer. Are they?
I think it's because of the pool of talent that's there, mate. But with whether they'll actually be taken or utilised properly or not is another thing.
I think that now that Benzema's been called back to the French squad, that the France really have to be favourites. Germany's side is looking particularly weak, in my opinion, anyway. Especially in the defensive regions, they've got quite a plentiful attacking talent, but they're not too much defensively these days. And Spain are a shadow of them, their former selves.
Yeah.
I think the two ones to watch out for, aside from England, are Portugal and France. Go on. We said during the Man City game that Portugal are going to be ones to watch with talent like Cancelo, Bernardo Silva, of course, Ronaldo, João Felix, Ricardo Pereira, and
Nelson Semedo, I think, as well.
Yeah, Renato Sanchez, talented players from all over Europe. Saint-Maximin's just breaking out no-look passes for the fun of it. Oh, I thought Almiron had just put one top bins from the edge of the box there, but looks like it's going out for a throw-in.
I think Brazil will do good for the Euros.
Brazil, yeah.
Just going to go and grab a drink, lads. 2 seconds.
Do you hear my phone, lads? Do you hear my screen?
A little bit, maybe, but it's all right. It's not too bad.
I'll turn it on. Is this better?
Yeah. Ooh.
1 minute you're on now?
48.
Okay.
Oh,
30 seconds behind.
Keepers. Yeah. Ooh, I've still got my sound on. Just realised. There we go.
Actually, you're right, but I don't even mind.
Yeah. No, it's going to be... This game either stays 1-0 or I think they might get back into it. I can't see us. I would like us to capitalise on it and score a couple more, but I think Saint-Maximin's going to run out of energy soon. So...
I agree with you, mate. But I think it's also another option, or we go absolutely mental and we score like... and it will end up 4-0.
Yeah.
But I said to Carl when you were left, like I actually kind of hope when that they equalized, how stupid it may sound.
Yeah.
And so we still have to keep going, but maybe still go for it now with it just being 1-0. But I just want to be.
I just want a good game for the fans, and it's been all right so far. We've gone at it, and we've not sat back. So
the first 30 minutes were pretty boring, right?
Yeah. Start to pick up a little bit now. Get Andy Carroll on, spice things up. Why not?
Joelinton is still on, isn't he?
Yeah. I don't know why he went down earlier. It wasn't really explained. Oh, Gale's on.
He is?
Yeah, Gale's on. It must be Joelinton he's gone off for, because I think everyone else is accounted for. Yeah, it looks like Gale's on for Joelinton at half-time. Apologies, guys, at home. I wasn't watching the half-time build-up. It was half-time analysis. I was charging my phone, so I missed that one. But yeah, looks like Joelinton's gone off in place of Gale.
Frankie, I totally agree with you, mate. I hate international breaks. It's terrible.
Yeah, I don't like the ones that break up the season, but I love a big tournament in the summer. I like getting in the mood of it. I love watching England, even though we're shite. But
I always like to go for the underdogs, you know. I told you in the WhatsApp group, I'm just team Eastern Europe.
Yeah. I always like seeing teams like that do well. I think it was
Czech Republic looked really like a good team this year.
Yeah.
They had, for example, Souček and the other guy from West Ham. I forgot his name.
Kufal, is it the right back?
Oh yeah, sorry, yeah, he played for Spanish as well.
Yeah, they've got is it Patrick Schick up top? He's a good little guy. They've got a nice little team. Oh no, we've just given away a very dangerous free kick here, right on the edge of our box. John Joe is not happy at all. Don't think I've ever seen John Joe that animated before.
I'm about to say.
Oh, that's not a foul.
I'm wondering. I always wondered, like, would John Joe Shelby be like very vocal and like a leader in the dressing room?
I don't think so. It doesn't strike me as the type. No. It always baffled me when he was captain.
Mm-hmm.
I don't understand. It doesn't strike me as a vocal kind of player. Like Richie obviously does.
You think he's captain for a reason?
I don't know.
Like backup.
It just seems too relaxed.
Like on the pitch, I mean.
Yeah, it doesn't seem like he doesn't. Not passionate enough. I know that word gets thrown around a lot. We're all over the place here. This wall. Dubravka's sorting it out. It looks like we've got a 6-man wall for this free kick. McGoldrick. Ooh.
I actually think like he's a bit of an odd lot, you know, and maybe he is in the dressing room when nobody really can see it. He can just spare out and mental if they go 1 or 2-0 down after the first half or whatever.
McGoldrick. McGoldrick has just flashed one past the post from the free kick there. Lucky to get away with that one there, right on the edge of the box.
It's funny you said you're not really impressed by him, but he's the most dangerous one for Sheffield so far.
Yeah. Well, he's been their main focal point. Really, everything's gone through him attacking wise. I've been surprised haven't seen much of the kid yet. I forget it's Jebison. So thought he'd be a bit more involved than he has been, but yeah, like you say, everything's going through McGoldrick. Ooh, go on! Go! Swear to God, this is the 3rd time Almiron's dived to the ground and not got a free kick. It looked like a dive as well, but he stayed down injured, so it suggests his contact.
I got some good news for you guys.
Mm-hmm.
Lincoln just
I saw that.
Fucking come on, up the imps. That's their playoffs, isn't it?
Yeah.
Come on, up the Imps. I got a couple of mates that are Lincoln fans as well. That'll be good for them.
Staying up and they stay down.
It'd be so funny if they don't get promoted. Another season rotting in League One. Oh, I understand those fans that are like, they want them to come back up, so we've got the rivalry back going. But I'd happily see Sunderland rot at the foot of the EFL for the eternity.
A little bit.
It's just the unwashed. That's it.
Yeah. Almiron's dive. You'll see the replay in a minute, lads. Almiron's kicked the ball past the defender and he absolutely thrown himself to the ground like a sack of spuds on a counter attack instead of trying to get the ball on the other side. That's absolutely disgraceful.
It's frustrating, isn't it?
It's just he's got the pace to beat his man, so I don't understand why he's gone to ground.
That's the thing with Mickey. Probably when he feels some sort of contact, he just dives.
Yeah.
With free kick. If you see the move he's making is not going anywhere.
Yeah.
He probably just thinks like, okay, let's take the max out of it and just get a free kick.
Nice. Go on.
Do you hear the commentators seem to think that it was a foul?
What, the Almiron one?
Yeah.
Oh, go on.
I'm not convinced.
No, me neither. I've seen a couple of the replays and they look like zero contact to me.
Do you let's think hashtag United? Do you know? I wouldn't be surprised, mate. It's an interesting one. There's so much going on with that club. There'll always be some sort of money behind it. So I wouldn't be surprised if that brand was pushed into it.
Oh.
A lot of people hate on them because they're not, a proper football club or whatever. But they're just it's a bit different. I'd like to see them do well. Maybe not at the expense of a proper team, but if they fight their way up and they earn it, then you can't say that they don't deserve it.
Definitely.
I'd like to see them do well in like the FA Cup. I know they were on the BBC earlier in the year. I'd like to see them well doing cup competitions because that's always a bit of fun. Not beating us though, which they undoubtedly will at some point in the future.
We're actually jumping a stage like this, so we at least win the game. We're going back to 15.
Yeah.
I just don't want to finish just above the relegation. So if we finish 15, I wouldn't say happy, but I think.
Saint-Maximin's just beat Chris Basham in the air to win a header. Great ball. I tell you what, Saint-Maximin and Joe Willock are on a different level. They've got such a nice link together. The wavelength is just so spot on.
Surprised actually Sunderland can still pay for the stadium shite every year.
Yeah.
After a while, that money has to run out, or do they own the whole stadium themselves already? Or?
I'm not entirely sure, to be honest, mate. But they've got new owners in this season, haven't they? I think Dreyfus is the new owner, the young playboy, millionaire, billionaire, whatever. So I'm sure he's got the funds to bankroll it for a few more years before he bails and realises that it's just a massive money-sucking sinkhole. Do either of you have opinions on Middlesbrough as a rival? Do you think that they are a rival in terms of Northeast placement? Or do you not care about them?
I think they're the second team of the Northeast, actually.
Yeah.
I have a bit of a personal rival with them just because my brother's missus is a Borough fan, so. But it's been so long, hasn't it? Like since we played each other.
Yeah, because the season they came up, it was the season we were in the Championship. So
I never had a dislike against Middlesbrough, though. Actually, I
think from what I see anyway, Middlesbrough fans make more of a rivalry than Newcastle fans do.
Yeah.
Well, they're a little bit like us, like they've been great in the past, like they've been to Europe, all that, but look at where they're now. It's almost that, which I don't feel with the Magnums, but with Middlesbrough. might get slated for this though, but here it is.
No, my best mate's a Middlesbrough fan, so we always have friendly discussions about stuff like that.
Yeah. Sarcastic, Matt.
Yeah, heated arguments, more like, go on. First time, the third time, fourth time. Fuck me. Sorry again for the language, but Jesus Christ. Saint-Maximin. Oh, he's so frustrating sometimes. Oh, it's a fantastic ball from Matt Ritchie over the top. Gale is wide open. There's no player within 10 yards of him at the back post, and Saint-Maximin just can't squeeze the ball across. His first touch lets him down. That's good. Fuck. It's good defending from Egan. Oh, Gale was so wide open.
How nice is it to have normal and immediate and instant reaction from the fans instead of a computer?
Yeah.
Did Gale come on at half time?
Yeah.
Yeah, Gale for Joe Linton. Presumably Joe Linton's gone off with that knock that he suffered earlier in the half.
Yeah.
Question for you guys. What did you guys prefer more? Watch the game with the fake computer fans, or just no sound at all? Just the game as it is?
Personally, I quite like the no crowd noise when I didn't like the fake stuff, but just because you could hear more of what was going on the pitch, and I found that quite interesting. Like who's the vocal players, like what the managers actually say to the players from the sidelines and stuff. So I found that really interesting. When it was a game that I didn't really care about, I stuck the crowd noise on because it was just a bit less lonely. So it just felt like the crowd's actually there. But it's so great to see fans back. You know, I think the first game I watched with the fans back in was the FA Cup final. And that was great to see the fans there, especially celebrating the cup. And then obviously it's amazing to see them back in St James's today.
What about yourself, Go?
I was the same as Matt, mate. I love not having any sort of crowd noise. I just love being able to listen to what was going on the pitch. Loved it.
I agree. I agree on that, but I think when I watch a game, I like to have some, even if it's fake, some noise. I don't know.
Yeah, I know what you mean.
Like some reaction to like a chance or a goal, even though it's like a delay in it.
Yeah.
After a while, I probably got used to it, I think.
Yeah.
But I get what you mean. Like, it's always interesting to see how
Come on. Go. Chris Basham's just dribbled the ball into our half, 10 yards into our half and given it away. Got to counter, got to capitalise. Fucking useless shit, man. This is so frustrating. This is bottom of the side, bottom of the league. Sheffield United, man. One of the three centre halves is just dribbled 10 yards into your half. You've got a 4-on-2 counter attack, and you still kind of capitalise on it, man.
Just a clarification for the people who just join in. Like, it looks like Carl and I don't really care about the game, and Matt. we are like 30 seconds, 20 seconds behind from Matt, so that's why we don't have a genuine reaction. Thank you so much for watching.
Yeah, sorry everyone, I keep spoiling it.
No, it's fine. Don't expect you
the
not
people in
to
the chat are probably behind where you are, but it's just us being behind on you. Why I choose to live in the Netherlands? Yeah, his knowledge is going above us sometimes. Talking about Steve, he knows about every manager, player, where they're from.
Oh no, yeah, like him and Jay are the most like.
Jay's more. I don't know if he knows that much as Steve about all the players, but Jay has really good view on the game, and he's more into the details and statistics and everything. But yeah, you're right.
Well, then, good foot, counter, go, Mickey, go. Go on, head down, lad, head down.
Someone saying 1-1.
Go on.
No, it won't be Brandon.
It's not.
Just
You
trying
heard
to
from me. Well, I say that. I could be behind.
I doubt it.
Yeah, I got worried there because they were on the attack when you said that. It's been given as offside, and now we're on the attack. So. Yeah, it's weird. Whenever the strikers are playing, so Joe Linton and now Gale, they're playing deeper than Saint-Maximin and wider as well. Now Gale's kind of shifted in the middle now, but he was on that right-hand side, leaving room for Willock to kind of fill in as the false nine almost.
Everyone, we're on 121 likes to be precise. If everyone likes the...
What are you doing, you fucker?
Please. Yeah. Just
Sorry,
for
Brandon.
Please do. Please, okay.
It's not even the swearing. I don't give a shit about the swearing. It's the little noises after. It's like he's got Tourette's.
Go on. Ah. You should hear us playing video games, man. I'm even worse.
I'm only like that with FIFA and Call of Duty.
Yeah, well, yeah, that's pretty much it with me as well. Oh, come on, lads. We're taking... we're now filling the role of the teams that we usually play against by dominating the ball and sitting in their half, and they're the ones sat back. We just can't break it down. We're looking for passes that aren't there. We've got the back three. The wing backs are pushed so high up that there's no outlet ball through them. John Joe's sat right in front of the back three, and then there's no one for a good 30, 40 yards. You're going to have to either spray a long pass to them or make a blinding run to carry the ball up to them. There's no link between the defence and the attack. There's no point pushing that high if you can't get the ball to those players.
His work rate's up over the last few weeks, hasn't it, Geordie? And it's like his passing accuracy has dipped. What would your analysis of John Joe be so far if you've been keeping a close eye on him?
Oh, Jesus, that's lazy.
Was that your analysis on John Joe, Matt?
My analysis?
No. Oh, sorry.
Because you say, "Oh, geez, that's so lazy." That's what I'm saying.
As well, it was a lazy.
That way, Steve.
It's a lazy pass from Willock to Shelby there. Just played it with the outside of his boot, just completely lackadaisical. Just no effort there whatsoever. We've taken off the gas here, and it looks like I think that's Brewster that's going to come on for them. Wouldn't be surprised if that's for Jefferson. Inject a bit of pace at the front line for them. The game's there to be taken for Sheffield United. We've taken our foot right off the gas. Oh, come on. Oh, Steve, get some subs on.
If I was one of those snowflakes, Simon, I'd be offended by that. Oh dear.
I hate the whole vote generation thing.
I hate to be that guy, Carl, but I was watching a game show the other day. I can't remember what it was, but it's one of these things where they bring 6 things up on the screen and you've got to rank them in whatever the category it is. So it was accents and most to least trustworthy. And can you guess what was 6th and bottom of that list?
Yeah, from it.
Yeah.
No, I understand. I do understand. Mine's not even if you come down here, you'll realise how much people's I'm much stronger than mine, rather.
Yeah.
Mine's mild. Yeah, I don't trust half the brothers, and I'm from it. I don't know what you're saying, mate. People that are from a place called the Black Country, which is Dudley and Hounslow, that sort of way. Yams, I can't understand anything they're saying.
I went to uni with a girl from the Black Country. She had a brilliant accent. She had a deeper voice than me and a proper Black Country accent. It was fantastic. She was a great laugh.
Matt, you're originally from the Tundo, right?
Yeah. Born and raised. I only moved for uni. I just don't have a strong accent because I grew up in the posh end of my mum's from Yorkshire. So
I was about to say, I don't if I compare you to some of my old colleagues, it looks like you have for me, you almost sound like you have the same accent as Carl. Like, just
kick him off the foot. Get him gone. Kick him off. I don't want to see him again. No, my accents. I used to have a bit more of an accent when I lived at home, but I've lived in Leeds for 5 years now, so I've started going more Yorkshire than I'd like to be. So Saint-Maximin's down with an injury here. Looks like his left calf's playing up. Doesn't look like he'll be able to continue. It's just a shame because he's been our highlight of the game so far.
Good comment from Steve.
I wholeheartedly agree with you, Steve. Looking a bit lethargic now. Yeah, definitely. Frankie Solomon says he goes down quicker than Katie. Not possible. Not possible.
Yeah, I think he just got tackled, and it was in the aftermath of the tackle. He tried to stand up and just looked like he tweaked.
I think it's the end of season for ASM.
Yeah.
Unfortunately,
Yeah, I think he's just tweaked. He slipped. He's overextended his calf. He's slipped. That's nothing major. I don't think he's limping. I don't think he'll be able to carry on, but it shouldn't be out for too long. Yeah, he's saying he wants to come off.
Yes, JB. Love ice cream. Ben and Jerry's for me, mate.
Oh yeah, solid. I'm not a massive.
Some good gelato, Italian gelato.
Not a big ice cream eater, mate. I like a 99, like the soft serve stuff, and I like a Ben and Jerry's, but anything in between, I'm not a massive fan of.
I'm just a big fan of when you go to Italy. Just have these ice creams there. It's so good.
Yeah, if you're looking for a 99 with a flake, I don't know if you saw the news today, but it looks like there's a shortage on Cadbury's flake.
Yeah.
Say that again.
There's a shortage on Cadbury's flakes.
Do you have flakes over there? The chocolate bar flake.
Okay. Sorry, say that again.
Do you have the chocolate bar flakes over there, like the flake, the yellow packaging? No. No, they're basically. I don't even know how to describe it. Just a long stick of flaky chocolate. Oh, Steve Bruce can suck me toes. What's this? He's taken off saint-maximin and he's put Sean Longstaff on.
Oh, that's brilliant. He's come from dropping F-bombs to suck my toes.
Honestly, it's been a long season. So what's he? So Gale's going to be up front, and then what is he? Miggy behind him. Miggy up front with him. Christ.
Yeah.
More Dulcie.
Interesting. Which Ben and Jerry's all about caramel chew? I think, Matt, I've not actually tried that one. For me, like I do like the cookie dough one. But recently, out of like some of the newer flavors, I accidentally tried. I thought I bought cookie dough, but I actually bought the birthday cake one. It's actually really quite nice. Quite nice.
If anything with chocolate bits in.
Yeah.
So I think fish food has chocolate bits in as well.
Again, I've never tried that one, but apparently, like that's number one.
Yeah, it's up there. It's definitely up there.
For me, everything with Ben and Jerry's with caramels, I'm done.
I love Ben and Jerry's. Honestly, last year, when I was at uni, there was a little co-op next door to my house, and they do these deals every so often, where you get like this, like almost like a meal deal, but with like lots of stuff. So I think at the moment they've got a crate of Budweiser and 2 pizzas for £10.
Really? Wow.
Yeah. Go on. Oh shoot! You useless. Go on. You'll see this in a minute. Almiron takes the ball on the left-hand side, sprints in the box, full tilt, and he gets within about 10 yards of the goal and puts it across the box. Just twat it, leather it at the keeper. At worst, he parries it out and someone gets a tap in.
Know what you mean. Why not shoot it, man? Why?
Why pass? Just honestly, like if he puts his laces through that, he either scores, or the keeper saves it and you get a corner, or the keeper saves it and you get a tap in. I don't understand.
This is exactly what Jay and Atlanta said. Like, we cannot kill the game.
Yeah, literally.
And this is going to bite us in the ass in the end if we don't score goals soon. within 5 minutes.
Matty's doing a bloody good Johnny impression tonight.
You get paid for this, people.
I wish.
Yeah. Oh, I love it. I love it. We can't finish our dinner. I know we can't. Root beer float plus peanut butter Oreo. That's my favourite combo for ice cream. If you were over here, mate, and you bought my missus one of them, you'd be in our good books. Love the root beer float.
Can't say I've ever had one. Oh, Richie, man. Richie's lost the ball to Bogle on the edge of their box, and he spent the entire time chasing Bogle down from the edge of the box to the halfway line, making no attempt to recover the ball, just trying to kick his heels. You can see him just kicking and kicking and kicking. Just trying to bring. I love Matt Ritchie. He's such a shithouse. Oh, now Willock's down in.
Love it.
Taste of beer sometimes.
This is my favourite meal, mate, of the week. I have one every Sunday. Every Sunday.
I love a roast. I love a roast. What's your go-to or your favourite meat on a roast?
For me, mate, it is beef. I do like beef, mate. Bang the mustard out, loads of mustard, beef. Yeah. I do a heavy rotation on the month though.
Yeah.
When I had Sunday dinner when I lived in Newcastle, it was only in a restaurant with some colleagues. But
you got to have a homemade one.
Yeah,
there's nothing like a homemade roast.
Yeah, but I didn't have really someone who
would
do it for me. But
what about yourself, Matt?
I mean, special occasions, it's got to be lamb.
I was going to say, lamb. But you've already you've set the precedent. You're from the posh end. I knew he was going to say lamb straight away.
as a treat, lamb.
Yeah,
it's just undefeated. Homemade gravy, homemade Yorkshires,
some caviar.
Not sure it would go with the gravy, but.
Matt, were you supposing something that I need to try Sunday dinner? Sunday dinner at homemade.
Hey mate, honestly, I'd invite you around mine, but I don't live at home anymore because my mum makes the roast. So I don't have a clue where to start. I'm not a chef, nowhere near. So I'll let my mum know you're popping around when you come over.
All right, that's set then.
Oh,
I accept.
Oh, if I'm out for like a carvery or something, Thomas, definitely you've got to have it all, but not at home. I can't afford to be cooking like 4 different types of meat on a Sunday.
McGoldrick's just round one off the bar.
Put it away for the rest of the week, I suppose. Bruce Coach is like an old man about to be found out as a fraud, not as a man bring his mastery to bear on the game. Pisses me off. No, I agree, mate. 100%. You know our viewpoint on him. Peanut butter Oreo. Sure, there must be some kind of law against that. Sort of a proper Oreo or something.
Talking about his ice cream. I'm gonna also do it, mate. If I love to go Dutch, so if I can go Dutch, I would definitely.
Come on, lads. Get bloody Andy Carroll on for the last 15. Why not? Come on. Stick him on, Steve. Coward.
JB, just out of interest, mate, what's your favourite Sunday roast? Seems you come in with the questions. What's your favourite?
I'm a good singer, actually. I've been singing like Sandy from John Travolta or something Elvis, but it has to be a deep voice.
Go on then, go for it.
No. That will become when I'm over at the tune. We go to the karaoke bar. I'll show you guys there. I don't get paid, so that's fine.
Who else have we brought on? Sorry, have I missed a substitution?
No, I don't. Have you? Longstaff came on for saint-maximin and Gale came on for Julian at half time. We've got one left.
Okay. What was I can't get enough of Matt's. It's brilliant, isn't it? It's absolutely brilliant. Somebody asked if we've chanted Bruce out at the moment. I haven't heard it personally.
I've not got the sound on for the match, so I can't tell you if you have or haven't.
I'd be surprised if it's not the case.
I honestly haven't heard them chant that at all.
We'll get Lee and Johnny on afterwards, and we can ask them, or they can tell you in their videos later on.
They had reason to after the first 30 minutes. Or after that substitution where Matt goes mental about with young stuff.
Yeah, Gammon's a solid choice.
Crackling. Port Crackling.
Oh,
Whoa, meal craft, you dodgy bugger.
Appreciate that, Cease. Newcastle are trash. Thanks, mate. Appreciate it. Welcome to the stream. Drop a like on the video or a dislike. I don't care.
Any interaction.
Much love.
Yes, we are trash. We know.
Tell us something we don't know.
Are you really sure, James, that you want to go out with me? You end up in a ditch or something.
Yeah, we should organise a big match. MTV versus the world.
That would be good.
You're gonna wake up in your bed with all your clothes on, and like all fucking trash. You just come home, don't even. You're too drunk to take your clothes off, and you just pass out.
Are you saying that you're gonna drink him under the table?
He's underage, isn't he?
I don't think he's old enough to drink yet. No.
It's gonna be cheap for me then to get him drunk. I didn't say that, James.
Yeah, but I don't recall hearing them saying Bruce out, but people can say that and let me know in the chat if I'm wrong. I see the manager of the month is earning his corn again. What a man, what a manager. You know what? I used to live in Bournemouth. I really like Bournemouth and people from Bournemouth, but do us a favour and piss off, will you? No offence, mate.
Get the 8-year contract on the table.
No sarcasm at all in that comment.
Oh, Paul. Right, I went Bruce. Get Andy on. I've had enough. I've got no ideas. Just ping the ball long. Why not? Get the elbows out. Get him sent off.
Good banter, mate. Good banter.
James says I'm 16 next month. What's the legal age of drinking in England, actually?
He's got 18. A couple of years to wait. A couple of years.
Yeah? 18?
Yeah, 18.
Yeah, I loved it as well, mate. Whereabouts did you live?
You live near Gaza? Gaza used to live in Bournemouth, didn't he?
He lived in Sandbanks, so the really posh part was like 10 minutes down the road. But he used to. He was a member at a gym that my other half worked at while she was at uni. So she saw him like every day. He used to buy her a Mars bar and stuff. And like,
that's nice.
I was like, you don't understand like how exciting that is for me, and you're just acting like it's normal. I'm like, it's fucking.
Oh, for Christ's sake! Dubravka's gone down with a hamstring now.
Oh.
However, there was one dodgy time for him. I was in Tesco and he was returning alcohol. So like his minder had taken him back to return alcohol.
Yeah.
That was a pretty shit time to see him. But when he was down there, he's usually good. Like he was very active in football and stuff. He used to say it was every time he'd come back up north, someone would get him on the piss, like because he'd be back around friends and family and stuff. But when he was down there, he was usually okay.
Yeah.
So sad to see people go down like that way. Really. Lincoln 2-0 up, by the way, lads. Away.
Yeah, good stuff. I saw someone ask there if we were good footballers. Personally, I'm crap. I like to think I'm all right at defending, and I've got a shot on me. But no, I'm awful. Is the summary of how good I am at football.
Probably play defensive.
I used to play at a decent level as a kid up until I was about 21, and then just Sunday League from there on. Yeah, enjoy the game. I don't play anymore, to be honest, just with friends.
I tried to figure out why Jason Brown said Christchurch play for Southbourne FC.
It's a place in Bournemouth.
Oh, okay.
That's where I used to live.
My dad is from Christchurch in New Zealand, so I thought like maybe.
Yeah.
Never mind.
So, Jason, I actually used to live just near the city's near the centre. in an apartment by the church that's right next to the Weatherspoons, if that makes any sense to you at all. And before that, I lived in an apartment opposite the Ladbrokes as well.
It would be so funny if you guys find out you guys were actually neighbors.
Yeah, do you know? Can you imagine? The Mary Shelley it was next to.
James, we know you are a good footballer because last week you scored a hat-trick. We know that.
Go on, head down.
Basically, Jay, that's essentially it. That's why it took me so long.
Oh, what's Steve Bruce going to do? He's got Joe Willock down with some kind of muscle injury. Dubravka suffering with the muscle injury. We've got one substitution left. What? He's got to make a sub. He's got Andy's stripped and ready. He's coming on. Come on. Dubravka's going to have to suffer. Fuck yourself, Martin. You've got a hamstring injury. So shut up and play on. Get the big lad on up front.
Willock is down.
Willock's gone off for Andy Carroll. He's just rolled off the other side of the pitch with a muscle injury. He's doing a lap now, limping round, giving the fans a round of applause.
They all fall apart now, coming to the end of the season. Willock.
Yeah.
I hope it's not for Martin, to be fair, because he's the Slovakian number one goalkeeper. So that would be. Because he's looking forward to this. I hope for the love really that he's not.
It doesn't look too serious, to be fair. Just looks like a slight muscle tweak. It's written in the stars that Andy's going to bag. There's 5 minutes left. I can just see his beautiful. He puts it in from 35 yards into the top corner. His hair rips the ponytail out, flowing locks all over the place.
Hey, come out if you're a wet dream, man.
I have probably dreamed about that before.
Standing ovation for Joe Willock. That's pretty crazy. Who would have thought before he signed we would give a standing ovation to an Arsenal player?
I'd like I don't know. Lee's probably more clued up than Lee's more clued up on the under 23s and stuff than I am. I don't know about you guys, but is Elliot Anderson still in the picture? Would he be a viable starter for the last game of the season in that Willock role?
I think someone asked if he was injured or not. I'm not sure. I'd love to see him play.
He hasn't been in the picture for a couple of weeks now.
So I want to see more of him because he had such small game time. Like, of course, we're praising him now still because he had a few good minutes. But I think we would love to see more from him if he's really worth how we praise him. You know, if he really is up how we praise him. And I think it will do him good as well. Give him some game time.
Yeah.
Yeah, 100%.
Oh, Andy, stop defending. Get yourself up top, man. Yeah, I'd like to see him play, but in reality, he's gonna. If Willock is injured, he's just gonna bang Sean Longstaff behind the striker. So
yeah,
I think he will not play Elliot at all because he wants he wants to win against Fulham, so he can say like, "Look, I finished 15th, 14th, whatever."
Yeah,
so, I had a great season. At least good news for Andy. He made another 35k today.
I reckon he'll cry after the game. He'll shed a tear or two.
Yes, mate, we're winning 1-0. For anyone that doesn't know, we do have the score this side, down here. There's the score. Yeah, well deserved, mate.
Oh, for God's!
Up 1-1.
Not yet. No, we've cleared it. Attack still on. Richie's just twatted it off Dummett, trying to pass it back to Dubravka, and it's let Chef get in behind.
So stupid. I haven't been able to see much of the game because of the stream. Just keep lagging and terrible, man.
Yeah, it happens, mate. It happens. Don't worry about it.
We've enjoyed your company regardless.
Absolutely.
Oh, McGoldrick's just megged Andy Carroll. See you later, son. If that's a sign, if anything's a sign, that's a sign. Just hang the boots up. Call it a day.
Matt, I thought you said take me off the stream after saying you guys have and now you say I'm good company.
I forgive you. I forgive you for that one.
Okay, fair.
Thin ice. Thinnest to thin ice.
It's a small line. Or a thin line, sorry.
Andy!
Did Andy get nutmegged?
Yeah, he did.
Mine Goldrick. No one said 1-1, mate. Still 1-0.
It's not really the game we expected it, lads. Really.
No. It's cagey. We've had chances, we just haven't put them away. Ramsdale's made 2 or 3 really good saves, to be fair to him. Ooh.
Can we say it was quite a poor effort, though, or performance?
Well, I mean, that's what the fan reaction's for. We can see what everyone else thinks.
Yeah.
Come on! It's fucking useless. Come on! We had 3-on-1 there. Andy just took far too long to get the ball out of his feet.
It's funny
Get it over to Jacob.
It's funny how your post accent goes away when you're getting angry and you turn to your Geordie accent.
You should hear us when I'm at the football.
Oh yeah, I'm terrible at the football. Terrible. Sunderland are losing 2-0. It's in the 91st minute as well.
Yes.
They're immediately out, right? Or they have to play another
There's
game?
another leg,
two
mate.
legs. Are they away? I don't know if away goals count in those playoffs.
Away at the moment.
2 legs or
Go on,
1?
Kit.
Wait, I didn't hear you. Yeah? Okay. Did Lincoln play at home today? Or
Yes, mate, yeah.
Okay. Well, it's a good start at least. You got a good challenge now, Sunderland.
Love the channel, guys. What are your connections with Newcastle? Why do you support the new team? Respect, chaps. Appreciate that, mate. My dad's from Cramlington, so he's from Northumberland. I had no choice, and I'm glad. I am glad of that, to be honest.
Great luck to that, by the way.
Yeah, season
Great.
ticket holder, still living in Birmingham. Should have been there today, but I've been lazy and made the wrong decision, or maybe the right decision. Been a shit game of football. But yeah, that's me, mate. Dad's side of the family are from there. Brandon, I'll let him tell you.
Yeah, I've been on some football journeys to Newcastle, and my dad took me there from Amsterdam, took the ferry to Newcastle, and then started following them a little bit because I was impressed by the atmosphere in the stadium. And later, when I was doing plumbing school, I got the opportunity to work abroad, basically. I'm not sure if you guys heard from it, Erasmus substitute internship, basically. So you can still get paid, but not much. And I thought, like, fuck it, now I have to go to Newcastle because I started following them more and watching games. And then I lived for like 1 year in Newcastle, and went to all the home games. And that's it. And since 1 year ago, I just joined Newcastle Fans TV. Surprised I was picked, actually, but I learned a lot from this experience at Newcastle Fans TV. Really, really appreciate it.
Definitely. And Matt is from Newcastle.
Yeah, born and raised. Lived there for 18 years before coming to uni. And yeah, my dad's from Newcastle. Grandma's from Newcastle. All that side of my family. Yeah, that's pretty much all. I didn't really have a choice, but I didn't want one. So all I've known. Season ticket. I was a season ticket holder up until about 3 years ago. Went to as many games, well, all the games that I could, and went to plenty of away games in the Championship as well when I was at uni. So yeah, followed them home and away for pretty much my entire life. As soon as I could have a sentient thought, then I was a Newcastle fan, unfortunately.
Unfortunately, I love it. Yeah, well, we would never change it, would we? We'd never change it. If you hate Sunderland, stand up. I'm up. I'm standing up for this.
I'm going to squat. Oh, God, I'm going to have to. All right, there we go. Walk.
Right. Stand up. If you hate the Mac, no, that doesn't.
Appreciate it, mate. We really, really do appreciate that, Zoe. Thank you. No way, Carroll's just scored. Wow. Only joking, Jamie. We're a bit late to the party on that one. Diaz says 1-1 final score. Sheffield have scored. We know that's not the case, Diaz. But I appreciate the attempt at the banter. Jay, I follow Newcastle for all trophies, masterful coaching, and amazing ownership. Oh, of course, Graham. Of course.
Keep running a nightmare there.
Long again. Good to be back.
What's your affiliation with Newcastle, Jason? Just out of interest.
I have to say as well, it's not easy to support Newcastle some now and then as an international fan. Like Jay already said, it's not for the trophies, it's not for the great ownership. We don't have like the top quality players.
Yeah.
It's just, I have to say as well, what I forgot to mention in why I support Newcastle, when Newcastle played my hometown, AZ Alkmaar, in the Europa League, which I lost, but the fans I've seen in my home city is fucking mental. They were great. So yeah.
Tyrone, appreciate that, mate. Thank you. Yes, as he said, if you haven't already, please like the video. If we could get to 150 before the end of the watch along, that'd be fantastic. Thank you again for all your support. You reckon Wilson will be the new number 9 next season? I'll be really surprised if he wasn't, mate. Really surprised. I can see the stadium every time I look out of the window. Well, that is the dream, my friend.
Oh God.
I will send for no worries.
Yeah, he's okay, mate. I think a few of the lads have had a good chat with him, but yeah, Martin's okay. I think he's got so much going on health wise that it was a bit difficult for him to keep on top of things, which is absolutely fine. So it's a shame. I want to keep interacting with him 100%.
Sometimes people need time for themselves as well, and
yeah,
just hold back a little bit. It's no worries.
I just look great in black and white. Fair play. I mean, it's quite slimming for me, to be fair, as well.
Can I sing the Colaccini song for James?
Sing it.
Oh, is someone joining, by the way? Colaccini, you are the love of my life, oh Colaccini. I let you shock me, my wife, oh Colaccini. I want curly hair too. Oh, Colaccini, you're the love of my life, oh Colaccini. I let you shock you, my wife, oh Colaccini. I want curly hair too.
Oh, I love it. Born and bred in Newcastle, been lucky enough to travel the world, but I had the shirt on my back everywhere I've gone. Love that, mate. Love it.
I think that's just about the game over. We're in the 96th minute on when we stream. Andy's just handballed it whilst lying on the ground, which is typical Andy Carroll. That's his last, presumably his last touch in a Newcastle shirt of his career, and he's fallen over while he's chested the ball and handballed it to give away a free kick. That doesn't sum up his career.
Love it.
Oh, he's not. He's, to be fair, he's touched it again. He's headed the ball clear from the set piece. That wasn't quite his final touch.
I can imagine Martin Dubravka's not happy with Bruce staying him on. Letting him on, you know.
Well, he didn't have a choice in the end because Willock had to go off because he was injured. So it was one or the other.
But basically, in the end, this is probably the Euros for Martin is over now.
Yeah. What's the ref doing, by the way? It's 97 minutes, or 2 minutes over what should have been added on.
No idea.
Probably the stoppage all the time with Martin for having been.
Yeah, maybe. Oh, wait, ref, that's got to be it, surely. He's checked his watch, whistle in mouth. Yeah, he's blown the whistle. Full time.
Brilliant. Win we will take. Is anyone doing an instant reaction?
I believe. Well, we've got Scoring the Players coming up next. Just around in a couple of minutes, it'll be myself and Sam I'm not sure if someone else is on that actually. Brandon, are you on the scoring the players with us, or are you on?
No. I'm think on the fan reaction. Actually,
I know you're on fan reaction. Yeah. Yeah, I think it was just you two,
It was us two, and if Liam was available tonight, but I don't think he is. I'll be jumping on there, and then we'll have the fan reaction at roughly 8:45, and Johnny is going to have the instant reaction up as soon as possible, and Lee is going to be back with the last word later on. So hopefully those videos will be up as soon as possible.
Yeah, apparently we've got a new member, Luam. I haven't had the privilege to meet them yet, but I look forward to it. Yes, so it'll be Matt, Sam, and Luam on scoring the players. Sorry, Sam. That's about the extent of my my humour. So yes, but yeah, thank you everyone for the support again. One last time, smash that like button if you haven't already. As Matt's just said there, long list of videos to come, but we've got the fantastic videos of the guys at the ground, which I'm really looking forward to seeing as well. So thank you again. We'll see you in the next one.
Shut up.